Dorian, you don't want to roll insight?
No, I'm not.
16.
16. Yeah, I will say that you pick up something similar, though you do see a little bit of like sadness in him as well as he's saying all this.
That's crazy. I'm so sad too. I'm kidding. Okay, cool.
Why would they just leave you?
Because they thought that I was inconsequential. They thought I was just his friend, the way that Floon was my friend.
Why wouldn't they let you go?
I'm sure that they had business to conduct. I don't really know exactly what they do, but I'm sure that letting me go free before their business was handled, so that I may bring the city watch or something like that, would be ill-advised on their part.
Well, you must have some understanding of what happened to them. I'm sure you saw the state of the warehouse. That wasn't all us. What do you know about what happened?
Well, by that point, I was already under the stairs, and I kept very quiet when the brunt of the damage was being done.
So was there a raid on that warehouse from I forget what the other clan is called.
The Xanathar.
Xanathar?
That seems to have been the case. In fact, I have a suspicion that whoever came out on top, though it's hard to say that anyone did, based on what we all were looking at, I would say that whoever came out on top likely has flown. And it's hard to say either way.
How do we figure out who came out on top? That's our lead, right?
I don't know. Did you get a body count?
Not other
Did
than the
I?
ones we killed, no.
Yes.
I think I did, right? Because I was the one that went through the window.
6 of each. We're dead.
Then it would be hard to say.
What do you know what was in the box in the middle of the warehouse?
Not exactly, though I do know that somebody came in there at one point and was overseeing where that box was headed. There's a noble family in town that it was supposed to have been delivered to. And if I'm not mistaken, that box contained something either demonic or devilish or fiendish, something of that sort.
Wait, what box?
Family?
Which box?
The box that when it fell apart, it did something. There was a dark presence or a dark essence. Devalia actually was the one who boxed it back up to make sure that it wasn't still.
You mean the big statue thing?
Exactly. Yep. In the center of the warehouse. So whatever it is, it's bad news, and somebody's supposed to be receiving that. This somebody sounds like are dealing with, presumably the Zentarim, because it was a Zentarim warehouse. Maybe we come back to that. We hold that thought. And what do you know, Renair, about the Zentarim and Xanathar clans, guilds, gangs? Sir.
Unfortunately, I'm not exactly spending as much time as I used to in Waterdeep, so I don't know what their current plans are, only that since I've been here, apparently I've rustled the nests, you could say, just by being here. Because both sides believe this story about my father.
What was that story again?
That I apparently know of the location of a stone.
Yes.
That stone knows where a horde
Of gold.
of 500,000 dragons is.
Oh, dragons, not gold.
Well, I mean, do you know the location of the stone or not?
No, I think
Inside check.
Does your father?
I think you actually did this inside check already, by the way. But go ahead.
On
Back
this,
in the
really?
warehouse. In the warehouse, I think you guys did.
All right. Well, it's pretty dog shit. 11. I'm rolling so bad.
Yeah, that is really bad.
Roll a 5.
Yeah, I mean, his from your perspective, he's been pretty straightforward this whole time. Like everything looks on the level.
Where did
You
this
think-
rumor begin?
Good question.
I wish I knew. I mean, my father has gotten himself into an interesting predicament. Everybody seems to think that he was almost cheating this city in favor of Neverwinter. But I, like his other children, don't really meddle in his affairs. Everyone can give me a perception check here.
$11.
Bro, can I roll something?
You're getting all the
9.
bad rolls out of the way.
I rolled a 3, 5, and a 5 again. So 9 total. So cringe.
Where's Devalia's?
16.
16?
Needed that.
Okay, so 15 or up, which I think is only Devalia here. When he says that, when he says the children, you catch the briefest moment, flash of him quickly glancing over to the to Dorian's shield when he says his children don't meddle in his father's affairs.
Right, okay. Hee when you already know. Okay.
Actually, yeah, out of everyone, you were probably the right one to see that.
Do you sorry for like butting in about your family affairs, but like do you know any of your siblings or anything like that?
A few, though I know that the ones that I know or know of are clearly not all of them.
How many kids did your father words, sorry.
From what I know, there are 5 of us.
Mm.
I sincerely doubt that's even half.
Oh wow.
But 5, as far as I know.
Do you think, crazy idea, just me thinking, I read a lot, right? Do you think any of your siblings would maybe want to get this money, considering that, you know, maybe they feel like they were cheated out of something, and so they're working with whoever to get what is a considerable amount of money that they believe is available if they would work for it, but you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I mean, of course. I doubt that any of his children that he doesn't publicly proclaim to be his were left with anything. And so I'm sure they are deserving. I personally wouldn't lay claim to any of this, even if it's true. I don't think that I would claim any of it as my own. I make my own way now.
That's cool. What do you do?
Well, I've taken quite a few careers in my time. A little bit of adventuring, a little bit of writing. Right now, I'm doing a piece on the economic differences between Neverwinter and Waterdeep, in fact.
Oh, so you're a scholar.
Without the credentials.
What is this? You're a scholar. You don't need credentials to be a scholar. Listen, we're technically, aren't we all students of life?
Yes.
Bars, Liz, bars.
Then in that sense, I suppose I am a scholar.
Yeah. So if you had to pick like anyone off the top of your head who might want to do this, like your top 3 suspects, whomst?
Who would try to capture me?
Yeah, for the money.
As far as I know, the only 2 groups who even think that this is real are those 2 that we've been speaking of.
Right.
I can't even imagine. I mean, perhaps some client of either one of them. Yeah, I mean, even that noble couple or family that wanted that hideous thing. In theory, they are closely linked to the Zentarim, and so maybe they could possibly. But as far as I'm concerned, directly involved are just the 2. In fact, they're so involved that they would shed each other's blood just to get the information out of me, which I don't even have. That's how desperately they're clinging to this idea.
So, before we get to this noble family, what's your relationship with the siblings that you are aware of?
We've spread ourselves quite thin over these lands, and so I'm the only one who's really even been back to Waterdeep in many years.
So,
Insight check.
Okay. Roll it.
14.
14. Okay. I mean, it seems like maybe he's getting a little bit looser because he's had a little bit of alcohol and pretty much no real other sustenance for several days. He seems to be like an open book, an open slam book, if you will. He
Nice.
is he is kind of divulging everything right now.
Can we like get some food for him? Is there like bread anywhere? Can you carbo load as I used to do in college, allegedly?
Yeah. In fact, there's like a little bowl of apples on a
Oh my
like
god!
a
I'm
shelf.
gonna grab the bowl and be like, make sure they're not spoiled, and be like, eat.
I want to take an apple.
Oh,
There's quite a few. There's like 7 in the bowl. So yeah, absolutely. And he kind of nods and says, "Of course, I've forgotten. I just love the taste of beer on an empty stomach, you know." Just, It's fizzy. I'm sorry. What were we talking about?
Your siblings.
Your siblings.
And how it's...
Oh yes, they've been spread quite far over these lands. Some went north, some went south, and some even set sail. But I haven't really had much contact.
What is it that you're working on?
It's a sort of book comparing the economics of these 2 major cities.
Is there anybody who wouldn't want that information readily available that you know of?
That is an excellent question. Perhaps if I were to eventually uncover some shady dealings in either economy, I'm sure those people wouldn't want that unearthed. Though so far, admittedly, I haven't found anything like that.
So this is just what it sounds like to you know what? Forget I said that. What I will say, who is this noble family that wanted this statue? You know where we could find them?
All I know is that the brief peek that I got while I was out on that floor with Floon being passed around and interrogated, there was a, I guess, bill of sale. And all I caught was that there were 2 names on it, and that I overheard a conversation that it was going to a large villa. And so I can only imagine that it's some sort of noble family, and they even spoke about the family kind of cryptically as to not reveal them.
Do you remember what they said?
Not much. Some of it was in another tongue. One sec. It was a little bit hard to tell. Every time they spoke of the family, it seems like they switched into another language, a much darker or deeper toned language.
Can I just start speaking in Undercommon and be like, does it sound like this in Undercommon?
No, though that is maybe closer than common.
It's Undercommon. Sorry, I've never heard that before.
It's like
Sorry. No, yeah.
It's like the common language of the Underdark. So like.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's kind of cool that you know that. I didn't even know.
I'm gonna start speaking Zemnian and just like see if that rings a bell.
No, that wasn't it either.
What if I speak in Primordial?
Let's go through every single language we know, guys. Come on, be on it eventually.
No, I that's certainly not it either.
Damn it.
I can tell you I would know it if I heard it, but really what they were doing was covering up who they were talking about. And I just caught the tones and some of the inflections.
Could you kind of like recreate what you heard and maybe like with my library mind, aka my feet of where the frickety frack quack is it? Researcher, sage. If I attempt to recall like a piece of lore, I don't know if this counts. If you do not know the information, you often know where and who from you can obtain it. Usually this information comes from a library.
Okay.
Oh,
nice.
So this is going to be like an interesting, like kind of like ping pong check. So he's going to roll performance to see if he can get this, and so he actually does fairly well on recreating the kind of sound, and he just says something along the lines of like Belnarok, and now you can give me. So what can you possibly link the thing that you have, like the feature that it is?
Of course. It has to do with more like lore, but I feel like if you like want to be cool and like give it to me, I just DM'd it to you. This is the feed.
How many languages do you know, Liz?
Liz or Devalia?
Devalia.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So would you not?
Devalia knows 8 languages. What?
Yeah.
Would
He's so smart.
It not be okay? This is out of character for Liz to just say, I'm gonna start speaking all these languages and see if they.
Yeah, of course. So can you can just you can either say it aloud.
I sent you all of them.
I
feel like it's none of them. I feel like I know what it is and I didn't choose it.
Yeah, it's not in there.
I know. I think I know what it is too.
That's such cool. That's That's such a wild fucking list. Some of those are
Dude, I went
wild.
all over the place. I was just like.
Okay. Okay. So, but we will give you another check.
Okay.
And actually, to be honest with you, anyone who speaks multiple languages, I'm going to look at your.
I speak too.
But as you said that, I want to be like, oh, I think I recognize that language actually.
Okay.
What is it?
Sounds like Goblinoid to me.
Sounds like
Sounds like what?
Goblinoid? Goblin?
Goblinoid?
Goblin.
Can you speak in Goblin?
No, but I just know what it sounds like. It sounds like Goblin to me.
I mean, I suppose I can't say that I know Goblin. Devalia, though, I'm gonna have you, as he kind of says that, I'm gonna have you give me a. I'm gonna have you give me a. Just a. Gosh dang intelligence check. I'm gonna see if you can piece some of this together.
you're so intelligent. So intelligent.
So hey, remember you said you gave me inspiration?
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so what is your inspiration? Is it re-rolling the d20 or is
Yeah.
it adding something?
Yeah, it's
Rerolling.
rerolling.
Okay.
You're so intelligent.
16.
16. Okay. When he says that word or words, you've been in a library, you've got a lot of languages, and I'm sure you're trying to learn more.
Yeah, she's a polyglot.
You know that you kind of catch a certain inflection in the word, and you're thinking, you don't know exactly what language it is, but it's probably some sort of like fiendish language.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. What was that?
So it could be like demonic or infernal or some of like other underplane type language.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
out of this world.
It's an interesting check. All right. He kind of carries on. He goes, I suppose it could be goblinoid. I haven't heard it really.
Valia, you got anything?
Oh, I can narrow it down, but listen, guys, I know 8. I don't know all of them.
Right.
I have a question for you, Raynar.
Renee, but yes.
Whatever.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Would you be able to get us an audience with your father?
If I could get an audience with my father, I might have done so a while ago. He stays in Neverwinter. In fact, I doubt that anyone would be pleased to see him here.
Is it Neverwinter or Neverember?
Neverember, but he lives in Neverwinter.
Not confusing at all.
Yeah, I know. Trust me.
Okay. Renair. Shit, man. Renair, somebody
know.
listen, Renair. Who wants you dead, Renair? None of it makes
I mean,
sense. If
He
the,
already said the 2 guilds, no?
well, the 2 guilds want him to get this fucking rock that's gonna get him all this gold. I think what's happening is somebody is passing bogus information to these 2 guilds to stir up something that gets Renair caught in the mix because Renair is about to uncumber something because he wants to be a hero and start writing about economics. And so they want Renair gone, and they want something covered up, something hidden, something's going on. while these two gangs are fighting each other. These two guilds, rather, are fighting each other. That's what I think is happening here.
But they left him. They took Flume instead.
Well, they think it's Renair. That's why. So these guilds are just blindly following some tale. They're on a fool's errand, if you will, by whoever gave them that bad knowledge. I don't know if it's this noble family that gave them the bad knowledge. But ultimately, I think that is going... Renair, why can't you get an audience with your father?
I think he's recognized that his children carried on the honor that he left behind. He was disgraced when he left and was removed from the open lord position in Waterdeep. And his children were not disgraced. And so in order to carry on our honor, we disconnected, I guess you could say.
Well,
Oh,
unless we can figure out what language they're speaking, which maybe that doesn't even help us because Renair here can't tell us what they said. What do you guys think? We just start with this noble family, see what they know, and what dealings they have with this interim?
We'll need to figure out who won that fight, right? Because that's who apparently has Floon. Floon?
Yeah, but with 6 dead on each side, Renair had already said that it could have gone either way.
Do we even know which noble family it is? I mean, I'm sure there's many. And what would they give us anyways? Like, would they just tell us who won the fight or something? Or what are we getting from them?
Well, they're somehow, some way dealing with the Zentarim, so they might have some understanding of what the Zentarim are looking to do, or maybe something, what's going on in the background with the guild. But I'm up for any idea if you guys have them. That just seems like the only lead we have right now.
well, we have the sewer lead as well.
Sure.
We could go search the sewers for any more clues.
Sure, one of those birdie things said that to us, right? The pretty boys tied up in the back room follow yellow signs in sewer, so... I mean, we can go and technically investigate the sewer. See where that leads us to. So what?
We could help Sewer.
Help sewer. We could help sewers. Nice. We could help sewers.
I feel like that's our best lead so far. I mean, again, this noble family, it's kind of like, I mean, which one, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm totally down. I'm down to check out the sewers. Renair, if we leave, where are you gonna be?
I suspect that I won't be leaving the Yawning Portal. We saw the trouble that caused, and while these guilds are so stirred up, it might be best that I conduct my research at a later date. So I can stay here and wait. I'm quite interested to see the return of Floon, if I'm being honest. And also, if I'm being honest, you all seem capable.
So nice.
Do we talk to Volo while we're here? I mean, update him. Maybe he knows something. I don't know. To add. Maybe something about the sewers. I mean, he hires a lot of people. Maybe he has some information. I don't know. I also kind of miss his accent, I'll be honest, but...
Me too.
I think
Go ahead, Dorian.
I think we just need to get more information. I think we've got enough out of him. It's up to us to fill in the rest, I think, at this point. We could tell him that we found Renair.
I think we should definitely talk to Volo first, at the very least.
Before we go then, Renair, do you have an idea of the sewers they could have taken as an exit? Or are you familiar with any sewers near or around the warehouse?
No, and if I'm being honest, the sewers, they run the entire city over. If you're going down there, you could use really any entrance.
And what do you know about yellow signs in the sewer? Is that something that we'd be able to see just with the naked eye?
I wish I could help with that. In all my time here, I've never heard anything like that. In fact, not many people go down there, especially unguarded. Even the service workers, they only go for brief times. Just in and out, get the job done, and move on.
I mean, that sounds like the perfect place to hide a body of someone they think is royal, no?
Where could we find these service workers? Maybe we can get some more information from them. See if they've seen any yellow signs, and maybe what to look out for in the sewers, so we're not unprepared. They have a shop.
As embarrassing as this is, I didn't deal directly with the workers, so I didn't exactly know who they were.
Might be good to look around, though.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting much more out of him, I'll be honest. Might be time to talk to Volo.
Yeah.
Maybe we could bring him in here.
Probably need to
I
go
keep the conversation separate personally, but
ask Durnan where we could find Volo. I don't know where his room is.
I can go ask. If you guys want to.
I think
Chill.
we leave Renair to his own devices to rest and refit. And thank you for everything, all the information that you've been able to share with us. And we'll keep you updated with the search for Floon.
Well, I'll be here. It sounds like you're on his tail, so if you bring him anywhere, maybe here would be the safest spot for him. And I'll see you when you return. Successful, I'm sure, in your mission.
yeah, cool. All right, sounds good. Awesome. Sweet. I'll just get up and walk out.
Slowly.
He just kind of like waves off, and you see him kind of like warily walk out, the apple in hand. He left half his beer on the table, and he just walks his way out. And you can kind of hear him climbing up the staircase just to your behind the wall here.
I'll look over the door and I'll be like, why do you think that why do you think he wasn't, or he might be like, not on our side? You said earlier.
I mean, he could just be fighting for his own spot. You know, everybody wants power in this city. Can't trust anybody.
I mean, that's a good point, yeah, for sure, but he's pretty bad at it then, clearly. My goodness. He got
Just
trapped
always-
in a cupboard
I mean,
upstairs.
you never know.
It's got a long way to go, I guess. All right, well, let's go find Volo, I guess.
Let's go find Volo.
You guys can, I'll let you kind of WASD your way around here. Wow, so cool.
It is.
Well, this is funny that I can see. Nobody else could see you, but I just saw you like. All right, the bar is a solid object. All right, I'm gonna wall off the bar here in a second.
Man.
You're just like hopping over the bar.
No, I was like hopping back and forth.
On
I can still go on it.
on our way to the bar, just want to whisper to Corbin. And how much to go down the well?
I mean, you can go down for free.
No, I'm making a bet. How much to make you go down the well?
How much to make me go down the well?
Yeah.
I think you're highly overestimating. And this is so funny because my camera's frozen, so I'm doing some ventriloquism stuff here.
It's like,
you know what? Let's see how much Volo pays us once we find Floon. Then we can discuss how much.
no, you gotta try it once. You gotta try everything once.
I'll do it for free if you go with me.
I mean, like I said, I'll try anything once.
All right, let's find Floon first.
Okay.
This motherfucker about to derail us for 3 episodes.
Okay.
So we sit down. Durnan, your finest milk, please. And do you know where we'd be able to find Volo? Is he in?
He seems to always be in these days. You want me to grab him?
If you wouldn't mind giving him a shout for us, let him know that we're out front looking for him.
All right. And he kind of very quickly reaches underneath the bar. You don't really even hear anything pour, and he just kind of plops down a little glass of milk. That one's on the house, and you see him take off behind the bar here. You hear him go up the stairs as well.
Does this milk
I mean,
taste
technically it's in the
different?
house, but I'm just saying.
What's that?
Does the milk taste different?
It's warm.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take one drink and then I'll just kind of push it off to the side and wait. Can I reach the cat? Can I pet the cat?
Yep. And cat comes over to you. Nuzzles in to your hand.
You're a cute cat. Yum, yum.
And it's got a very strange meow. It almost enunciates the whole thing, like meow. And it just is on like repeat as it nuzzles up against your hand. So less than a minute later, you can hear 2 sets of
Inside check on the cat.
insight check on the cat to see.
That's
if,
a weird meow. Maybe it's a disguised person as like a cat. I'm just saying. That's a fucking weird meow.
Okay, so you want to investigate the cat?
I just want to see if that cat's like some person disguised as a cat or some shit. Some sussy shit.
Give me an investigation check. Or yeah, that's what it is, right? Investigation.
22.
22? Yeah, it's a cat.
It's a fucking cat.
I mean,
Hell
what kind of cat
yeah.
meows like that? Especially on repeat. I mean, that's sounds like someone pretending to be a cat. I'm just saying, but okay. That was worth a try. I'm just saying, you never know, right? Sometimes.
And it's kind of like drawn to you a little bit because you're so warm from all the flames, and it's maybe it weirds you out, but it's staying close.
No, I pet the cat, but I sneeze. I'm allergic to cats.
Oh, okay, all right. It's one of your character flaws, I remember. Okay, so Volo and Durnan kind of roll up, and Volo actually makes his way over to the bar with you guys.
Get that accent ready.
Oh, I've been ready. I've been born ready. And he just says, so you have my friend with you? Please, this time.
Yeah,
Is he in the back?
Well, we have the wrong red-haired guy, but we have a red-haired guy here, yeah.
Which do you have?
Renair, the Renair guy, the noble guy, apparently. We have him here. We're still looking for your buddy, though.
We do
Yes,
have
that one.
leads, though.
Kind of. I mean, sort of. Yeah. We were hoping to pass those leads by you, actually.
What leads do you have?
Sewers and orange signs.
Yellow signs.
Yellow signs. Apparently, he's somewhere around there.
And he kind of looks like just defeated, and he looks down at the ground. He's sounds like you have a lead then.
I mean, it's a pretty bad lead. We were hoping. I mean, the sewers are pretty big. We were hoping you might know at least some, direction to point us at, even remotely.
I wish I did. I can't say that I've been into the sewers.
Well, would you know any people who service the sewers, or where we could find anybody?
Why would I?
I mean,
And he kind of like shakes his head. I'm a writer. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know.
What? We have other leads, or we have a general idea. That's just the first that we were looking to follow. What do you know, or do you know anything about the Stone of Galore?
I've heard it's like a folktale. It's supposed to be fake.
Does this folktale say anything in regards to where it would be found, or where it originates from, what it leads to?
Wealth, maybe power, but it's just a folktale. There's nothing real that anyone has seen.
So it apparently then Loon. How do I say this? So the Zentrum and Xanathar are fighting to find the stone, and they believe that Floon knows where the stone is. So good news is
They have the wrong guy.
they have that's not the good news. It'd be great if they had Renair. That's the bad news, but that's why we lead with the bad news first. They have the wrong guy. It's Renair
only
who's
gets better from
supposed
there,
to
yeah.
know. But fortunately, that means that Floon is still alive. If they believe that Floon knows where the stone is, they're not just going to kill him until they find the stone to get this horde of dragon. So we know that our timeline has been extended to find your friend here. But we just wanted to see if you maybe had any information on this. Do you know of any of the noble families in the city? Names of the noble families in the city?
There's dozens.
Okay.
I'm sorry that I'm not very helpful, but you would have to narrow it down.
Yeah. I wish we could.
I mean, do you know any noble families that are interested in some creepy, potentially demonic statues? It's pretty specific, I think.
Perhaps all of them.
That's so weird.
So yeah, these rich people are kind of weird, man.
even if we do have time, maybe we shouldn't waste more kind of going in circles here, Volo. Does anybody else have anything they want to share with Volo before we send off? No? Volo, by chance, would you happen to have some extra writing material, ink, by chance, that I could have?
Certainly, and he reaches, he's just got like a satchel kind of hanging off his back, and he rummages around. He kind of his own papers with writing on it, pulls out a couple of just dry blank sheets, and he's got his kind of quill packed into this neat little container. It's like a wooden container, and he unsheaths the quill, basically gives it to you with a little sealed thing of ink as well.
Thank you. I believe this will help us find Floon.
I would ask that you return that too.
Okay, that I can do.
It's not like I'll be writing anytime soon.
Well, how about this? You start writing, and before you finish, we'll be back with Floon.
Wait, hold on a second. I just remembered. Didn't I pick up some origami paper that apparently we think will fly to him or something?
Yeah.
Wait, so why not just throw that shit and follow it?
Well, the origami paper moves pretty quickly. I think, Volo, you are more than welcome to stay and listen to us figure out how we're going to find your friend. Otherwise, if you do have something that you can attend to, or that you need to tend to, you're more than welcome. But yes, so we have our magic paper. But
I mean, that's literally our best lead so far, at least.
yes, but the bird flies rather quickly, and I think we should follow our yellow signs in the sewer lead and use this bird as kind of a last-ditch effort.
Okay, but where are these yellow signs in the sewer? I mean, apparently the sewer is quite big, so where do we even start?
I think a good place to start would be down by the warehouse. We try and find a sewer entrance there. I can't imagine their exit route is too incredibly far away from the warehouse if that's where they're exiting from. And then we just look for the yellow signs. Worst case scenario, we write our letter and we find our friend. But I'd really hate to use that off the rip. And I think the origami bird, the origami should be a tertiary plan, a backup plan.
See, how fast is fast? I'm just curious.
I think we learned last week, or I learned last week, that you would have to like keep up. Like it's fast.
It moves twice the speed of a normal human being, and I'm a little bit smaller than that, so it's moving a little quicker than that for me. So our best
I mean,
bet.
I'm pretty fast.
Say again?
I'm pretty fast.
No, we're not. No. Shush. Mm-mm.
Let's find the sewers. Let's stop wasting this guy's time, Volo's time.
Well, before we do that, can I go over to the bartender, whose name I'm forgetting, and ask him if he has any sort of like potions for like healing and or getting my spell slots back?
Yeah, I mean, he's been kind of like just at the bar with you guys the whole time, like, blatantly listening in.
Oh, hell yeah. Man, guys, I would love to go on this adventure, but I'm running out of spell energy and I'm not feeling super hot. If only I could get something that would make me feel better and feel more capable of doing magic. And I'm just gonna look at the bartender.
Roll me a persuasion check.
You're so persuasive.
Persuasion?
Yep.
No, I'm not. 9.
Nice. Well, I could give you something to get off your feet, and that, but it'll have to be paid back.
Like money?
Yeah, I mean, it ain't free.
Yeah, I mean, if it's money, do you mean money or do you mean something different?
Yeah, money.
Okay, cool. I was like, oh, I thought you were like, oh, I know.
Davali about to shake ass for a potion? Oh my god.
What were you thinking?
God.
What were you
Oh my god.
That's what I was thinking too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dragons. And listen, I don't expect payment now. You don't exactly look the
Dragon.
rich type. But
Full ass dragon, just like.
when you're all settled up with Volo here, you can. Yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to afford a thing or two. How deep in debt you looking to go here?
No, I'm actually good. I don't want to give you any money. Let's go, guys. Woo!
Wait, hold on. Durnan, I'll take you up on whatever it is that you have to offer Davalia if she doesn't want it. But I will also, to the group, we can rest if we need to rest. Again, we have time, and our worst case scenario plan is still possible. We still have our paper bird. So I say we rest if we need to, and we tackle this when we're ready, because we don't know what awaits us in the sewers. And Durnan, I think whatever you have to offer, if the same offer is available to me, I think that could also help us.
He kind of wiggles his fingers and goes beneath the bar again. You hear him rummage around this time a little bit. And he pulls up kind of slick between two of his fingers. He plops down 2 little potions of healing. And he says, again, you don't have to pay now, but it'll be 100 dragons when you're done.
I will grab them, and I will thank Durnan. Thank you, Durnan, for these. You will get your 100 dragons when we return.
I know I will.
Or I could shake ass.
I don't think anyone wants to see that, man.
Okay.
We've got enough offers like that. Appreciate it though.
Very well. So, guys, what say you? We rest?
I want to take the origami paper and kind of cradle it, I guess. Slightly toss it up out of my hand. Very slight. I don't.
And it soars out the. Just kidding.
And I'll take a look at the volley as I do that. Tossing the paper, origami paper up and down. And I want to like fake as if I'm going to toss it.
Do I flinch or?
I mean, that's up to you.
Yeah, she flinches.
You think we have time to rest?
I'm not chill yet. That wasn't chill of you.
I mean, I'm just testing. You got to keep you on your toes.
Hi.
You
Never
think we're in a rush, Dorian?
I don't know.
I think for the sake of being prepared, it's best if we rest. Because, again, not only do we have a guild or a clan to deal with, but whatever could be in the sewers as well.
All right.
What time is it?
Yeah, is it
It's
even?
like-
Is it possible?
I swear it's like literally daytime.
Yep, it's like afternoon. It's
Yeah.
like early afternoon.
Has
I
it
mean, I'm
been
not
24
sleepy at all
hours,
personally,
though,
but
since our
I have 6 health and I'm running out of spell slots. I would appreciate a good rest.
has it been 24 hours since our last?
I mean, you could definitely rest in like a couple hours. Like you could start your rest in a couple hours.
Okay.
But if you want to like just kind of kill time until then, we could do that too.
well, I mean, I'm not tired yet, but if you want, what we can do for now is maybe we can. I mean, if there's anyone that knows random information, it's that weird purple gnome guy. Maybe he knows something about this sewer stuff.
Zabla.
Could be worth a try. I mean, honestly.
I think we're better asking random people on the street than that guy.
Well,
I mean, like, we
You
have,
don't
we
know.
have, you know,
you don't know X like I do.
and we have Corbin. Corbin, I think should ask him.
Zablob and
Urban's
I'll
I
go in too. I think he'd like me as well. I'll go in as well.
think
No, you are so much better. You are so good at keeping watch. You're so good at that, bro. No one does it like you.
I mean, that's true, but I feel like I'm also good at talking to that guy.
I mean, I don't think we'll be kept safe if you don't keep watch. You know, right, guys?
see, and
Well, I
you know,
can't keep watch, you know, over you guys all the time. You have to fend for yourself too, right? I mean, come on.
No, listen, just right, Dorian.
I don't know.
I like Dorian.
I
Keeps it real.
I
I'm looking
neither
out for myself.
That's what I like to hear.
I neither agree nor disagree. Hume, I think, I'm sure you do have a way with words, but I do think that if I get one-on-one time with Zablob, he is more inclined.
Are you trying to get intimate with him or something, or?
No intimacy. It's just a gnome thing, you know.
So you don't want me in there at all? Like not even. I mean,
I think it would be best
I'm a little
if
offended.
I,
I'll be honest.
if I did it alone. See what it is. Oh man, you're really cutting deep here. All right, listen. If I have to reflect, and I have to kind of put my feelings out there.
How about this? I'll go in. I won't even say. I'll just show. I'll just be in there. I'll just observe. Maybe check out some stuff on the side. I'll let you do the talking. Almost all of it.
Well, it's not about doing the talking. It's about the overhearing. It's about anybody being in the proximity that he doesn't want to hear, or doesn't want to share the knowledge with. And now, not that he doesn't want to share the knowledge with you, but I know he wants to share the knowledge with me. Or will
I mean, from
share
what
the
I
knowledge with me.
understood, he'll share the knowledge with anyone if you pay up. I feel like it doesn't matter who you are, honestly, at the end of the day. It's just if you pay up, he'll share. That's what I've learned, at least.
How about this, you guys? Let's make it a game.
I like games.
I'm in a betting mood right now. Right, Corbin?
You are.
Let's split up. This is tried and true method, splitting up. It's the greatest idea ever. I'll bet you 2 gold. Whoever comes back with the most information, they get the pot.
I mean, what's considered most information? That's kind of subjective.
The best information.
I mean, that's also
lead.
subjective. What if we come back with the same lead level of like
You're
quantity
putting
of
too many
leads?
rules into this. I don't know if I want to play.
I mean, I
this
just
game
want to make sure
anymore.
that when I win, that I actually win. I don't want any bullshit. I'm just saying because it's all subjective. Are we just talking about the amount of leads, or are we talking about the quality of lead?
Anything that helps us.
Listen, and
Progress.
Durnan kind of like slams his fist on the table and he goes, "You're all sitting here not paying for anything. And how's about this? Sounds like you're trying to get into some sewers. Well, we got a sewer out back. You need to get in there. It's going to be away from prying eyes, that entrance. And ain't no city watch going to be asking any questions. So if you need to get in there, you can get in there. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
And if you want to make a bet on the quality of a lead, well, there's no more prolific adventurer than myself. And I've been dealing with leads my whole life. How's about this? I'll judge. If you're going to have a bet, I'll judge.
I mean,
You
you
don't
don't know
have
what
to
we're
pick
getting
her.
a lead for.
Yeah. I'll figure it out.
deal. No,
Sure. I mean, I don't care. I'm down.
I'll
Fine,
put
whatever.
2 gold and push it to him.
Consider this escrow, and he grabs your 2 gold.
All right.
I'll also give him 2 gold.
2 gold's a lot.
2 gold is a lot.
I'll give 2 gold as well.
I'll have to get Devalia in.
Yeah, I'll wait for Devalia to get back.
If anyone needs to use wash, that might be a good time.
Yeah.
But as I pass the 2 gold, I want to try snatching back 1 back before he notices.
Okay.
So it's
Give me,
only
give me a sleight of hand check.
This guy's naughty. He's gonna end up in prison.
17.
17. Well, actually, I need to check mods here. Yeah. So he kind of goes to grab the gold, and you kind of try to sneak one back as you pull your hand back, like you shove it into the pile, and as he's like picking up the other gold, he kind of like reaches over and puts his hand on top of your hand. He goes, escrow requires full payment.
All right. I like your eyes. I trust this man. Then I'll give him 2 gold.
Not sure I can say the same for you, if I'm being honest.
I mean, I was just testing you, right? So I'm just saying, you know.
And then he looks over to Devalia and he goes, and you, are you in on this too?
Yes. I have no.
So between the 3 of them, they've bet that they've bet 2 gold apiece that they're going to get the best lead, and Durnan has determined that he will be the judge of this, of what the quality of the lead is. And so they have all 3 now bet 2 gold, and Durnan is holding on to 6 gold currently.
Also, after I give my gold, I'm already leaving, and I'm heading to that.
He also said that there's a sewer in the back that you guys can use.
That we can enter
need.
the sewers that way.
Yeah.
I already left. I'm walking to
So-
the Purple Gnome's house.
We have a couple of hours before we can rest, so I just thought we could use this time to gather information and take a bet. So that's what we did.
Question.
So I guess you're in.
For DM,
Yes.
could we consider the paper and the ink and the quill that I now have calligrapher supplies?
Yeah, sure.
I fucking love
Ooh.
that answer.
So Devalia, he kind of looks over to you, like you could. He seems like a little bit perturbed actually at this point, and so he just kind of looks over to you and just goes, "Are you betting too?"
No.
I had a feeling not, and I must admit I kind of respect that.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Look, you all enjoy yourselves. And Fume, you said you took off already?
Yeah, after I give the gold, I already took off. I'm going to that Purple Gnome's house, whatever, or like shop, I guess.
Okay. Okay. Like, I guess you're off to the races. So, who's doing what? You guys can kind of deliberate amongst yourselves.
I'm staying put at the bar.
Okay.
Staying put.
Hey, don't
Someone doesn't
fucking
wanna
worry
win.
about me, bro.
This is a challenge.
Don't
He's gotta go to
worry
the sewer
about
himself.
me, bro.
Cuh?
Get your hands out my motherfucking coin purse, bro. Shit, don't worry about how I'm gonna win my dragons.
Devalia, do you want to help me? I'll
Yeah.
share the pot.
Sure.
All right. I don't know what I'm doing, but let's go on to
Yeah,
the
we'll
streets.
figure it out. Fake
Fuck.
it till we make it.
Okay. So you guys kind of, if you're taking off, you're taking off. Fume's already out the door. Dorian and Devalia, where are you heading out the door at least?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Just give me a general idea of where you're thinking of going, or do you want like a second to think about it?
Honestly, I want to try and find like a city worker.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that info.
And Corbin,
Yeah.
you're apparently already where you want to be, so I'm
Yeah.
going to start with you and ask what you're doing.
I'm so excited to see what you're doing.
I want to speak with Durnan.
Okay.
So,
This is so funny.
surely, Durnan, you heard the conversation that we were having with Volo. Are you familiar with the Stone of Galore?
Oh,
And you
hard
know
not to
what?
be.
All of you motherfuckers should have to mute your headphones because you're gonna
mean,
be
it's not a bad
asking the
idea,
same
actually.
fucking
Oh, that's so
questions.
cool.
All right, let's
Okay.
mute. Let's mute.
Oh,
Let's mute.
okay.
Bye.
Okay, all right. I'll give you a thumbs up when to come back. Okay.
So Stone of Galore, have you heard of it?
Oh, of course. Yeah. Hard not to have heard of it.
And if Volo's still here, Volo here seems to think that it's just a folktale. Are you familiar with it being more than just a folktale?
I don't know what you're doing with your mouth there,
So
but
just- It's for any ongoers.
look, it seems to be, if I was a betting man, which I am, I would say that it's probably just a folktale as well.
So,
I mean, who's really holding on to that kind of cash? You know what I mean?
I mean, 500,000 dragon is a number. Is that outside the realm from somebody who could have been extorting the city?
Sure, but I'm sure the city would have been quite a bit more damaged financially than it seems to have been. Well, I mean, maybe all those cities that got plundered them years ago, perhaps some of it came from there.
And
That's really the only other place I've even heard of potentially that much, but even that was, nobody really knew how much there was.
and what cities were those?
Oh, you don't remember the raids, Greenest, and all those
Oh.
coastal cities that got hit?
Right.
Yeah, there was that other group of adventurers that did well to see the conclusion of that one.
Yeah, so yeah, and that would be, there'd be much dirtier hands if one was to get involved on that side. There'd be a lot of crossing of the stream. So I understand that it might be a bit out of the realm of possibilities. Now, people, the Zentarim and Xanathar, seem to believe that Renair has the answer, has the stone, knows where the stone is. They're obviously getting that information from someone. Do you know who could be feeding this type of information that would have this type of pull over the clans to not only make them believe that Renair has the answer, but also to turn them against one another?
Persuasion check.
Please. Oh my god. 5.
5. Look, I've heard a thing or two. A couple of them Xanathar were in here. In fact, the same night that you met up with Volo that first time.
Mm-hmm.
I overheard a thing or two. It seemed like the big chief of that guild is a little paranoid. And, he thinks, sounds like, he had that stone in his possession not too long ago. Seems silly to me.
How's... And I just... It feels all that you've given thus far in way of information and items has a hefty price behind it. What if these 2 potions of healing became a 200 gold return once we finish our business with Volo. Would you be able to divulge any more information from the Xanathar chief?
Oh, I'm not going anywhere near anything like that. You know, that tattoo is there for a reason. It's because the leader of the Xanathar is a beholder. And a paranoid one at that. Even if I were friends with Xanathar himself, I would not stand within 1,000 feet of him, knowingly.
Well, what about the yellow signs in the sewers?
Well, I don't go in there either.
So you don't.
But if you find one, I'd call that about a 9 out of 10 lead. Giddy up. And he goes underneath the bar again, pulls out a crowbar, and hands it to you.
And I will head off to the sewer entrance and look for a yellow sign.
Okay. I'm going to leave you there, and we can
Okay.
bring everyone back, so everybody can come on back, come on back, come on. Come on back, come on back, come on back, come on back, come on.
You gotta
back,
be more
come
animated.
on. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay. So we are gonna say Corbin has kind of wrapped up his little conversation. That was a little bit cute. Then I'm going to jump over to let's go to Fume actually, and just because you kind of got out the door super quick, I will say that I mean, it's a couple of minutes to get across town, of course. So let's get you out there. And to make your way down across all those blocks and everything, again, the day is in full effect now. And so you will not only be slowed by the fact that you don't have Dorian with you to lead you through the most efficient paths, but also the traffic is quite heavy. So it does take a little bit to get across town. That said, several minutes go by and you find yourself at the old Zoblob shop yet again.
Okay, so I open the door and I get in, obviously, of course.
Okay. And give me a perception check when you walk in.
Ooh, not bad. That'll be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. So as you're walking up to the shop, the windows they're kind of reflecting the sun back, so it's a little hard to see through. But you do actually see Zoblob kind of looking out the front window, and then you see him turn and run back to the middle of the shop. And when you open the door, he's ominously standing with his back turned to you and his arms crossed. And he goes, as you walk in, he goes, "I knew you were coming. Welcome back. Are you not satisfied with the goods?"
I mean, yeah, I saw you looking at me through the window, but no, I'm satisfied. In fact, I'm so satisfied that I'm clearly back, right?
No, you didn't. I was standing here the whole time.
Anyways, like I said, yeah, your products are fantastic. I absolutely love them, so I'm back. Just not really for the products, but your information.
I'm gonna mute.
So I have a quick question, actually.
Bye.
Okay.
All right, team. Sorry, we're fully muted in there so he can ask his questions. I'm gonna leave and grab water, and then maybe we can chat before we all get back into it. Lemon's... Guys, Lemon's cheating. Lemon's listening. Lemon is cheating because he's listening. Alright, sorry, hi. Hey, hello. While we have this moment, guys. I appreciate everybody chilling with us, if anybody is chilling with us. We're obviously just a couple of dumbasses. Well, a handful of dumbasses. Cool. Yeah, we're a bunch of dummies. Also, the burrito that I ordered earlier did get here, and it's just been sitting outside. So I'm gonna indulge in that. What are you up to, Josh? If I do this, okay, there we go. That way you guys just don't have to see me eat. Monkey Madness 2, nice. Good luck. Ooh, it's very dry and hard to choke down. Hmm. So for anybody wondering, we are currently in the middle of a bet to see who can get the best information. And so that way, so we don't ask the same questions and cheat off of each other. We're deafened while each of us are asking our questions at different places and finding information. We did, however, find out that Zoblob is Xanathar. Or Xanathar affiliated somehow. Damn. There's something I should have done. Should have done this.
I don't know why I'm even doing this. Yes, I promise.
Okay. I mean, you know what? Hey, don't worry about it, brother. I mean, I'll go down there. I'll clean him up for you, and you know, he'll be fine. I promise. You'll be fine. Don't worry. But
I
again,
should have
if
been
there's
able to
anything
listen the
else
whole
you
time.
just tell me now.
I can't hear now. I have it
And
muted
you
from
see
my
he kinda,
headphones,
like,
but you guys can still hear
cheers
in the
up
chat.
and like stands up straight
That's
and
cool.
just goes, "Bring me back an eyeball."
Well, eyeball from what? From who?
And he just kind of like looks at the plushie and he looks back at you and he, "Okay, time to go. Time to go."
Okay. Hey, thanks for your help, man. I appreciate it. I'll probably see you back in a few days, hopefully.
Mm. Mm. And he just kind of like shakes his head.
Eyeball. So he wants an eyeball from the fucking plush. What the fuck? What a
Here, I'm
fucking
here.
thing.
Oh,
I don't know what happened to Tanner. He's totally out skis.
Tanner?
oh, I thought Zoblob was doing something with his hands.
No.
I think he's eating. You're eating?
Yeah.
Fume, I need to know just where are you going now?
I'll probably start slowly reconvening back at the bar.
Now we're gonna flip over to Dorian and Davalia.
Don't you love when we split up, Frank?
Yeah, it's
It's always me that offers it too.
Yeah, it's great.
Both campaigns.
Appreciate it.
I think it's the best way to get information.
Although it will kind of be interesting. Like the muting thing in this case is actually quite good because then you can kind of reconvene and actually have to describe what you know.
Mhm.
Okay. Davalia, Dorian.
Wait, Tanner had some.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, so I forgot that I can do this, but I'm gonna mute my microphone, but my headphones will still be able to hear. I'm gonna mute this.
You don't need to mute, by the way, because you've already done your part.
That's right, I've already done my part. Okay. I'm saying
So-
I can mute it to me. That way the audio still goes to stream and it's not just quiet for a little bit like it was.
Yeah. Good idea.
But
And
I guess it doesn't matter
Whoops.
anymore.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay.
LG.
so
Okay. While we're walking, though, can I ask Dorian a question?
fly at it.
Not really a question. It's more like a. I just want you to know that I think Raynar is like kind of onto you.
I mean, I carry around a shield with his father.
It was that. It's the shield. I think he knows, or at least it's like somewhat suspicious. I don't say sus this world. Somewhat suspicious of everything. So just I just be aware. I think for your safety, we got to do something about that shield, because if someone who's involved in all of this recognizes that crest and decides you're the next bet to get the dragons, like your safety and our safety, frankly, is at risk.
I actually have a plan for that.
Oh my god, you have a plan? I love this. What's your plan?
Anyone who questions it, I'm just gonna tell them I murdered the guy and stole it.
Oh my god, that's so chill.
Yeah.
That's like that's so chill of you.
They might even befriend me.
Oh my god, wait, let's pretend. Hey man, that's a crazy crest on your shield. Do you happen to be related to Neverember? And then you
What?
say,
What, this thing?
yes, that thing.
Nah, I thought it looked cool. I just killed the guy and took it.
You killed someone for that shield?
No. I thought it looked
That's-
nice.
respectable, understandable. Have a good day, sir. See, that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be so cool.
I'm sure it'll go exactly like that.
Yeah, there's no
hoping
way
it
it doesn't go like that. But yeah.
Okay. This is what we gotta do. How much gold is on the line?
6.
Wait,
We got 6.
6 or 8.
6.
Yeah,
We
because I
got
didn't put
6
any.
gold.
All right.
I'll split it with you.
Sure.
You know what we're trying to do, right?
Get a lead.
The best lead.
The bestest lead.
Yes.
So we're gonna talk to the city people.
That was my plan.
I think that's a good plan.
I think it's a good plan. I just don't know what they look like. And
Yeah,
I don't
you
know where
do.
to find them. Oh, do
Yeah,
I?
you do. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You're not
Oh,
a
yeah.
master of the streets without mastering
Okay.
what the city workers look like.
Do I know where they hang out?
You certainly know that the area that you're in, the dock ward, is a lot less attended to. Hence, it's kind of more run down and everything like that than, for example, the castle ward or the trade ward, or basically literally any other ward than the one you're in.
But I need to find somebody who works in the dock board because we assume that it's in the sewers somewhere in the dock board.
Fair enough.
So I guess while we're walking, maybe we'll start walking north, and if I see anybody or any one that maybe would even craft some things that would go down there, like an iron worker for like bars in the sewers. I don't know, anything that could be pertaining to or related to.
Okay.
We'll go north.
Okay. And the people that are kind of like the service workers of the city, they do all kinds of like repairs, they do the sewer work, they do like high-rise work, they do basically everything, construction. They all kind of tend to wear this same, it's like a pale white shirt with a teal trim to it. And then whatever kind of pants match the work that they're doing. It could be, like a sturdier type of pant. So you're heading north then from the yawning portal. Let's bump you guys up. Actually, I don't
Also,
want to.
Devalia, I almost forgot. There's a reason I brought you. You're very knowledgeable.
Thanks.
You work in a library.
I do.
You know 10 languages?
8. Common misconception.
Yeah, I mean, I know 2, so, I think you got one up on me. A little bit, just by a little bit.
Circumstantial.
In the library,
Mhm.
would there be any records of the city landscape? Maybe the sewer plans, construction plans? Would they keep those records there?
Would they?
Yep.
Yeah, there's actually a whole section dedicated to it. It's like, okay, so if you walk in and like you see all the columns and everything around the big book, you don't care. You just want to see the records, don't you?
Well, why don't we try and find a city worker? Wait, which way is the library? Is it actually south?
It's way up north.
Okay,
Yeah.
so on our way north, we'll look for a city worker, and maybe we stop by your library.
Yeah, maybe. Good idea. Okay. Just when we go, okay, we'll talk about it when we get to the library. There's just like, okay. So city worker, library, prophet.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we have a
Alright.
chant? Do we have 1, 2, 3 team? Is that? Wait, put your hand in. Put your hand. I'm gonna put my hand out. Put your hand in.
Okay.
All right, and on the 3, we go brains, baby. 1, 2, 3. Brains, baby. You
Brains,
didn't do it.
baby.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
See, don't we feel like a team?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going back to muting.
This is the one you should not mute, I feel like.
Let's go. All right, and we're
Okay.
on our way.
All right, so you guys are heading north up to the castle ward. Okay, let me just take a look here. Okay. I'll say you guys kind of, again, the streets are super busy. I guess I'll just ask Dorian, are you going to be utilizing your kind of backstreet knowledge to move quickly? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll say you guys take your way through the back streets. As soon as you cross over this Waterdeep way here, you have entered the castle ward. And you can see that the kind of parlance of the city, the people walking around are unfortunately a little bit of a higher status in the city, it looks like, and they all move with some pretty serious purpose, much less haphazard than in the dock ward. And everything is a little bit nicer up here. The buildings stand a little taller, and it looks like everything is in good repair. As you make your way up this kind of side street here, I will say that actually I'm going to have you guys give me a perception check really quick. And
I got my first natural 20 of the campaign.
Hey,
Okay.
let's go.
Okay.
Brains.
Brains.
So this is what you see. Okay. So I'll put you guys actually about here, up the street a little bit. If you guys, can you guys see my mouse?
Yes.
Yep.
Up the street about here, you can actually see a couple of city workers are tending to what looks to be like a lamp pole.
Okay.
However, with that natural 20 on this street here, crossing this kind of Seldith Street,
Mm-hmm.
you can see what is clearly a kind of like a almost like a small entourage with a couple, like an older couple, maybe in their like 40s, not older, I guess, like in their 40s, kind of walking across the street. And as they start coming out from the corner,
Mm-hmm.
Devalia, you see that the couple start like smoke starts appearing from their hand and their arm, and they frantically, like instantly, as soon as they come from that street and into your view, they start like frantically like looking around, and they instantly like turn around and run back the other way. And you hear the woman of the couple like this, like let out this like, kind of sudden scream. And Dorian, you turn to see Devalia clearly like taking something in here, and you can see like about an inch down the right side of her eye, a black tear has fallen
The fuck?
from her face.
I'm
And the entourage that was with them kind of fan out on the street, making like a blockade in the street.
Okay.
And Devalia, you feel the tear
I
kind of
feel it,
come off
okay.
here.
Can
You
I wipe
okay?
it away?
Yeah, and when you wipe it away, you look and it's like, oh fuck, that's not a normal tear.
Oh, that's not okay. I'm just gonna like that, and then can I like walk towards the entourage and like see what's going on?
Yep, you can. And
I'll follow you.
when you approach again, the city workers are on the other side of this.
Right.
And when you approach, there are 4 guards, and they step forward towards you specifically, and they just put out their hand and they go halt. They don't even care about about Dorian. They just kind
Okay.
of come closer to you and they put out their hand and they go halt.
Halted. I halt. I'm not. I didn't say halted. I halt.
And you can see like one of them kind of takes a step back and like looks around the corner back the other way.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of reconvenes with the group and just waits. Waits.
What's going on, Devala?
And after about a minute, they kind of take their get out of their stance, blocking you, and they just head back the other way.
Okay, is there like anything after like they dissipate? Is there anything different in the environment, or?
I mean, clearly this has caused a little bit of a stir where a lot of people are watching you, stopped in the streets and like kind of like looking like what's going on. Some of them seem like maybe there was like some sort of impromptu performance, or like they just don't know what to do. Okay. There's children that are kind of like clapping, like looking at what happened, assuming it was just like some sort of gig that they just watched.
Okay. And where did the person who had smoke coming out run off to?
So the two of them, they turned back. So they were coming left to right across Seldith. And as soon as you saw them, as soon as they came into view, you saw like they just started smoking and freaking out, and then they turned back the other way. And they went back this way, up Seldith.
Can I follow them?
Well, the guards had you wait for a while.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Cool. Lit. Yeah, wonky. Life is crazy. But yeah, I'm just gonna walk towards the city guards and kind of motion for Dorian to follow me.
The guards or the workers?
Workers, sorry.
Okay. And again, they seem to be kind of working on like almost like a street lamp.
Okay. And I'll let Dorian. I motion to Dorian. I'm like,
wait, hold on 1 second. What was that? You're not just gonna let that slide?
What was what?
What do you mean? What was what?
I don't know. We're on a street. You see lots of things.
I'll remember this. I told you about my dad.
I'll remember this like L.A. Noire. So I'm guessing you saw the thing.
I only saw the guards. And you had a black tear.
Yeah. So I'm fine. It's just kind of this thing I've always had. Well, not always. No, not always, Frank. Right? Since a certain point in my life, right?
I know, like always.
No, like always. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
We're like, it's kind of like see things other people don't, and like anytime I do see those things, I just I get the black tears. Not very chill of me. That's the one thing I haven't told.
What did you see?
Yet. I saw two people kind of running away.
So when you see
really scared
people,
I see dead. No kidding. It really depends on anything. I don't really get to pick and choose. It just kind of happens. It doesn't happen every day. It doesn't happen more than once a day. It's kind of, it is what it is.
Interesting.
Yeah, sorry you had to learn that. That sucks. I don't like talking.
We all have our secrets.
I mean, there's like secrets, and then there's like what I have. You know what I mean? Like I could be considered a threat in some circles, and I don't exactly like feeling like that, which is why I don't talk about it.
Well, it might be a gift. It's just the way you look at it.
The gift that could get me killed in the right. Dude, if someone finds out, like, what if those gangs find out I have that, right? They just keep me, kidnap me, use me once a day to see if I see anything. And then, you know, that's it for me, you know? It's not really a gift, it's more kind of a burden.
And that's while you hide it. And I'm gonna pull down my face mask and show her my fangs.
Hey, yo. Fang? Sorry, you have fangs? Is that what you... So what
Yep.
do I see? Just like fangs?
Yeah.
Are those like... Do you do those yourself, or...
Well, we all have secrets. Just like you. I'm a dampier. Pretty much a vampire.
Right. By... Oh, sorry. This is Liz slash Devalia question. Is being a dampier by choice, or not by choice, or like is it like an affliction, or are you born with it?
It's certainly an affliction, but it
Okay.
can be one of choice.
Oh, right. Okay, so I was making sure he wasn't born with it. Okay.
Yes.
Was this your doing? Was it an act? Like, if you don't mind me asking, I don't want you to have to like explain it, but
It was
we're
not by my
chill.
doing.
We're
We're
cool.
chill.
I know. I just want you to know I'm fine with this. Like, I just dropped my die on the floor. It wasn't by your. So did someone like attack you?
No one attacked me. I was on the streets and I was very sick. And this person saved me from sudden death. I don't know who they are.
You don't know who made you like this?
Nope. They didn't stick around.
You don't even remember what they look like or anything like that?
I just remember it was a tall, ladylike figure. Like I said, I was sick and pretty out of it.
Was she wearing a white dress and had a black hat? Maybe was like 7 feet tall and maybe had like 3 daughters and.
It's very descriptive. No.
I don't even know the name of the person you're talking about, but I know who it
Lady
is.
Seven dress.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well.
we should.
Yeah, we should also should maybe because you don't know who might see that. Should I know anything else about this? Like, do you need to like? Do you need something sometimes?
Well, if I don't, I have to drink blood.
Right.
Yeah.
How
So,
often?
I haven't really tested the limits of it.
Oh,
but
most
I haven't.
often.
A couple days now.
What happens if you don't?
I mean,
like
you
it.
just, you just get really hungry.
Right. So when you
Yeah.
say do you need to like kill someone to have what you need, or do you just need like a little like taste?
Well, I've never killed somebody.
That's cool.
I kill animals.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you need to end a life to get what you need.
Not necessarily, but it keeps me good for a longer period of time.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Just gotta live with it, you know?
Yeah, it's if you're ever in a tight spot, you just like, do a little cut right here, and like you can drip, and we can like, make a little like.
I mean, I hope it doesn't come to that, but we'll see.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have Dorian make a Constitution saving throw.
Right now.
Oh, shit.
He's gonna transform and eat you.
Did I roll? Okay.
Dude,
With Devalia describing
Oh no.
the tantalizing just dripping of blood, Devalia, even as you speak and you're saying that, you can see this kind of like pulsing of the veins around the temples of Dorian, and he just kind of like locks in on where you're pointing to,
Oh boy.
and you can see his eyes start going a little bit black, and then he just kind of like is able to like shake it off. But Dorian, you get a little hungrier thinking about that.
Yeah, it's actually best not to talk about it. You know,
I'm
being around
so
blood.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that.
No, it's okay.
But yeah. Man, this got awkward quick. I'm not gonna lie to you. This like,
Yeah, well, and I'll just cover my face back up. That's why I keep it a secret.
that's super fair. Just for also like lore reason, like Frank, like what is the like social conscious about Drampiers? Like, are they shunned or?
Yeah, I mean it's they have basically the same reputation that you would think if there was like a vampire in real life,
Okay.
like a very similar one. And so
see that
Dorian's
better.
look of being super covered up just absolutely makes sense.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, because that makes sense. Okay, I've seen the Vampire Diaries. I've seen True Blood. I've seen Twilight. I've seen
I
all
love
of these.
True
True Blood was sick, actually. I like True Blood.
Dude, I love True Blood.
I got pretty shit at the end of it, but good
Yeah.
overall.
Dude,
Big segue into our podcast. Let's go.
I'm just surprised I liked it. That's all. Anyway.
No, when Lilith became a thing, that was ugh.
Yeah.
But yeah. So thank you for sharing this with me. Because I know that can be kind of scary to do. I'm gonna be real.
We'll chill now.
I'm all secreted out.
Yeah.
That's a lie. I needed to do a deception check. I just lied.
No, I didn't insight check you, so
I mean, I said it though. No.
I'm not.
Yeah, you can if you want.
But
I
he
mean,
can
Oh, I
just,
don't have to.
Yeah, if he just
no,
believes you, he
if
believes
he's
you.
not interested in, like, if he's
I believe
doesn't
you.
have any reason, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just know that you're a bad
I'm so
person
stupid.
for lying.
She's in love with that.
You could give a performance check to see if
Yeah,
you
or a
start
strength
sweating or
check to see if
something.
you can carry that weight.
You start slouching.
Well, maybe we should get this information quick. We don't want to keep them waiting.
Yeah, surely the guards are now gone by now, Frank, and Lemon comes back with fucking nothing, right?
They're not
But yeah,
guards; they're workers.
Okay, so what are we gonna ask the workers?
Well, we'll wing it. We'll wing it. Just
Okay.
information about the sewers. If
Okay.
they've seen the yellow signs, if there's any dangers down there. You know, little information. I think we'll get the real prize, I think, is coming from the library. That's what's
Okay,
going to seal the deal.
Just one last thing. You're doing great. You're doing
I
great.
mean, I wouldn't have survived this long if I wasn't a little bit cunning.
Ooh. Vaguely threatening. Okay.
All right, and I'll walk up to the workers.
Yeah, I'll walk up with him.
So it's just two human workers, just in their standard Waterdeep city worker shirt, and one of them's up a pole working on something, the other one's down below holding on to a safety line.
And I'll excuse me. To the one on the safety line.
And he's like looking up. He goes, yep. What's up?
Well, do you need a hand by any chance?
No. We do this all day.
Okay. Well, I was wondering if I could ask you a couple questions if you had time, or
Yep, it's part of my job.
do you by any chance work on the sewers? Maybe in the in the South District in the dock ward?
I mean, yeah, we do the sewers too.
Say if somebody was to go down there, like what type of obstacles might be, in place or things like that, Any dangerous creatures down there? Violent criminals?
Obstacles. You mean other than like the sewage?
Well, that is definitely an obstacle. I'm sure
Yeah.
you're used to the smell by now, though.
Oh yeah, I am. But your first time down there, it takes a while.
I bet.
And wait, what'd you say? Dangerous criminals?
Yeah, have you seen any weird things down there? Maybe like some cryptic messages, signs, yellow in particular?
I mean, kids get down there, they put up their graffiti or whatever.
So you have seen some yellow signs?
I've seen all kinds of, artwork down there.
But yellow in particular?
Every color you can imagine. Yeah, you only like yellow art?
Yeah. No. Well, so you've never been attacked or seen anything down there unusual?
He just kind of like pulls back on the rope, looks up at his pal, kind of stops looking at you, goes, "Nope."
Insight.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Give me an insight check.
Natural 20.
Is it actually?
Yeah, you want me to take a photo?
No, I believe
I don't
you.
believe. I actually believe.
Yeah, no, I believe it.
Yeah.
That's 2 in a row, right? That's 2 20s in a row. That's
Mhm.
badass.
You might know my luck's running out.
Yeah. Dude, you're,
Took my luck, bro.
Yeah, you're countering fume.
I'm rolling 5s all day.
I mean, this is like the standard like breaking eye contact to bullshit technique this guy's pulling here, and he seems like a little bit not into that line of questioning.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast command. And I'm just gonna say
Okay.
explain.
Okay. I gotta do a check, right?
Yeah, it's a wisdom check. Save, sorry. Wisdom save.
Nat 20, please.
It is a 9.
He fails.
You're telling him to explain?
Yeah.
So first of all, I will say as you cast this spell, there's like obviously like you're casting a spell. It's a visual thing that you're doing. You know what? we'll do this too. Give me a sleight of hand check while you do this.
Diwali is doing some fucking Naruto hand
was gonna
signs
say.
in front of this guy.
In front of his face and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you know how badly my luck ran out?
That one?
Natural one.
Yeah.
Oh, n-
So as you cast this, you can see like you're just like, oh, I gotta know this shit, and you just like cast it, right? You say explain, and then you kind of like look around waiting for an answer, and you can see down on Warrior's Way there is a city watch who has spotted you casting the spell in the street, and they start kind of marching their way over to you, though the street is busy and they're pushing through the like a one-way line of traffic coming their direction.
do I see them too, or no?
I'll say yeah, you do. Like it's clear somebody's pushing through. So he's a little bit away, but the gentleman who's holding onto the rope, you see him kind of like instinctively just like turn to you, and as he does, he kind of like slackens the rope, and the guy up top is just like, hey, what are you doing? And he just like, again, instinctively just stares towards you and goes, yeah, there's all kinds of criminal activity down in the sewers. They have their headquarters down there, and there's certain areas that we stay away from, and there's arrows hidden inside the graffiti on the walls, specifically the yellow ones, but there's blue and red that are pointing other directions too. So we just don't go down the way where the yellow arrows are, and we stay away from the headquarters, especially recently because of all the violence.
Anything
just
else?
Kind
Oh.
of snaps out and goes, no.
Oh, the rope. The rope is your little.
Oh shit! And he,
No,
like,
you're good.
holds
You're
on
good.
to
You're
her.
good. Happens. Sometimes work is hard. Are you okay? Do you need anything? Like
No.
water or?
Nope.
Okay. So
I'm okay.
we'll leave you to it. We have to head out, but thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Yep, it's part of the job.
Thank
Yep.
you for your service. And
Yes.
I'm gonna pull Devalia into a back alley.
Yeah. And I'm gonna lean over as we're walking and be like, I think we won.
Give me 2 stealth checks, one from each of you.
So
You know what? I'll get you. You get advantage because of Dorian's feat.
Did I roll 8?
it's almost another natural 20. 16.
16 total.
There's a kitty cat.
And you can see the city watch is like clearly now shoving his way through. He makes it about halfway up the street as you've pulled down against the flow of traffic as well on Seldith, and you start moving your way into the back alleys, and you just hear him kind of shouting down the street, hey, and he is clambering through this crowd, but you are able to sneak away, and you find yourselves in this back alley tucked behind some buildings.
Devalia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. There's
No.
a cat issue. Give me 1 second. Sorry.
Okay.
I remember I fought alongside a cat once. And then the cat died.
Wait, what?
And then I buried it.
What are we talking about?
D&D. It's a D&D.
Oh.
Stuff.
Oh, Seth.
Oh, Saf.
Bro.
Right.
Rest in peace.
Gone but not forgotten.
Best character,
He's
honestly.
still dead.
One of my favorite characters.
Gone but not forgotten. I'll play him in another campaign.
Resurrected.
One that takes place before.
There were mushrooms in that cave, Frank. Okay.
Yes, there were. Actually, you guys should hear about what's going on in the other campaign. It got fucking wild last session.
Really?
So wild. Yeah.
Well, we have the time.
Well, Gantash sacrificed himself to Archon. I think I told you that.
Okay. Yeah, you did. You did say.
So what ended up happening was they recovered his body after it was like dropped off a tower. They kind of like caught the body using some like spells and some other interventions, and they took off with the body. And I can say it here: the body was brought back by the demon lord of fungus.
Okay.
Yeah. And so there's gonna be like there's some stuff happening in the background that I can't even tell Lemon, but there was a lot of crazy shit. There was like a private conversation with the barbarian and a god. Like there's a lot going on. But Simo started this kind of snowball, and now the next session they're likely going to be freeing this like angel. Actually, funny enough, so
Gantash came back from the dead.
Yeah, Gantash came back from the dead. I guess I should have.
Well, that's
said
what
that
you
too.
said, right? That what did you say?
Yes,
the
the
Mushroom
demon.
Lord
And Lord
Oh,
of
brought him
Fungus.
back. Yeah, I
brought him
guess.
back.
But you know how Elturel was described in the other campaign as having a sun above it?
Yeah.
So next session they're actually going to unlock that sun above Alterael using these like giant rods. Hopefully they can figure out a way to do it. And then there's supposedly an angel in there. Anyways, back on track. You should go.
Sorry.
No,
That's all good.
Are we good?
It's all good.
Yep. Yeah,
Yes.
we're all good.
we should be quick up in the castle ward. We should run to the library and just get the information and go back south as quick as
Yep.
possible.
Just one thing before we go into the library.
Okay.
Just remember to be quiet. Number one rule. Be
I
quiet.
think I can do that.
Okay, cool. Woo! Go team! A bunch of big brains!
I'll start weaving our
yeah.
way.
Okay, I'll say that you guys
Trying to avoid guards, by the way.
of course.
Of course.
Which is no issue for you. You make your way all the way up towards the big library, which, Liz, I have to ask you just because for some reason I don't have it here. I think it's in your character sheet. Do you have the name of the library?
What? The font
Go
of
back
knowledge?
to my... yeah, that's it. Yeah.
It's on
The
the
font of
here.
knowledge, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I just had to make sure.
Hey,
Okay. So you guys are able to make your way up there, no problem. Devalia, being a member of this library, like I guess a high-ranking worker, I can't think of a better term for it, in the library, you're able to get in no problem. And you know that anything that is archived about the layout of the city, older versions of the kind of street layout as it was developing, whatever you need, is going to be in the basement of the library, which you have full access to. So as you walk in, you kind of get a familiar nod from the two guards at the front. They are specific to that library. They're not associated with the city watch at all. And they just kind of look to you friendly like, and they just go, "Oh, Devalia, I didn't think you were coming in today. What brings you in?"
Believe it or not, I have to use the resources.
Well,
I know.
always keen for learning.
It's insatiable, honestly. And she's like very like clearly like a little bit more charismatic and different when she's in her like her space. And she'd be like, "Your daughter's birthday? How did that go?"
Very well, in fact. We brought over an entertainer, and it was the best entertainment we could have had. They made all these fantastic machines, and they created bubbles out of thin air. It was magical, truly.
That's so exciting. Well, I wish I could stay and talk more. Because remind me when I come back later, I have that cake recipe that your partner wanted. Just remind me about that, okay?
Of course. I would never forget.
All right. I'll see you later. And I pull Dorian along with me.
And the familiar smell of crisp paper fills the air as you enter the profound font of knowledge. A tribute to Ogma adorns the center of it, and the staircase down just behind the tribute. It's a little bit empty today. Just the familiar faces tucked away in corners doing their own private reading, but nobody really pays you any notice.
Okay. So then I'll lead Dorian to the appropriate place to where we would go to receive or to have this receive knowledge to research and get this information.
I will say that given your feat, I was going to have you guys roll on like how long this was going to take you to find this stuff. Given your feat, you just know. You've been here forever.
Right.
You know exactly where you need to be looking. You find the most updated version on a scroll, this kind of large tube of paper, basically, bound up by a leather clasp, and it is the most recent version of the layout of the sewers.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna hand it to Dorian.
Are we allowed to take this out of here?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just hold it in my hand.
And it's about 4 feet long. But you are right. you are able to take it out. So amidst the rows of these scrolls, you pull out the correct one, and
Mhm.
you're taking off into the street.
Cool.
Where are you going?
I think we're going back to the yawning portal, right? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So that's, I guess that's what we'll call it. I'll say that absolutely no problem heading your way back, given Dorian's shtick, and you can make your way back all the way to the yawning portal.
Went far. Far.
6,637 feet.
Corbin,
Yes.
I do have to finish something with you. So while all that's going on, you make your way back to behind the yawning portal,
Mhm.
crowbar in hand, and
Crowbar.
yep, and give me a strength check on the sewer lid.
I'll have you know that I have strength with the best of them.
You say this every time you don't roll well.
Well,
Except for this time.
yeah, my luck changes today. Fuck. I'm a very, very small man, and I rolled a 3 minus 1.
No, I
That's
was
a minus?
being
Jeez.
facetious. I'm so sorry.
I have not strength with the best of them.
So this
The worst of them.
sewer lid, though totally discreet, you have full access. Nobody's really watching. Right behind the yawning portal, you jump, reefing down on this thing, and it just slips, and you can't get a good grip on it. I will let you make another couple of checks until you get it, but this will determine how long it takes
Okay.
for you to get it. So just keep rolling until you get a 15.
I will have you know.
Which has to be a nat 16 or better.
That's not it. Okay, that was an 11.
Okay, so that's 2. Keep going.
Well, I'm switching up the die.
Yeah,
No.
keep going.
No.
Keep going.
No.
You got one
You
more
got it,
shot.
Go
at this.
on.
One more
One
shot.
more
I mixed
shot.
up the die. I rolled a fucking 15. Please.
Come on, baby. Come on.
A 16.
It's 16.
So
Just
16
enough.
minus 1.
Okay, you were 1 away from getting a point of exhaustion.
Oh,
but-
shit.
Oh,
So, okay. So you're just like, think of a montage of Corbin just coming from different angles on this thing, crowbars, pieces of lumber, everything he could find, and he's just not getting it. And finally, he gets just the perfect spot, jumps down on it, and the lid comes up. It does take a significant amount of time. In fact, both parties that have left their separate directions are within like 2 minutes of coming back. That's how long he's been back there. And he, so you pull it up, Corbin?
Yeah.
It's been clearly kind of crusted over and like rusted on, but you get a good pull and you're able to roll it back, and you see that there is a metal ladder that actually leads downwards into what is otherwise a totally black sewer.
Okay, so I will, I am going to zap my goggles,
Okay.
and I'm going to infuse them,
Okay.
as goggles of night, which gives me, an extra 60 feet of dark vision,
Okay.
and I'm going to put them on, and I'm going to go down into the sewer.
Okay. So you dive down, and about halfway down the ladder, you can see. So first of all, you can see that the sewer ladder actually goes down about 12 feet.
Okay.
Halfway down, the atrocious smell hits you instantly. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Fuck me. Okay. The Witcher dice. Do it for me, please. Okay. Constitution, 19.
19. So you're able to get your senses straight, and you just like kind of hold your breath for a second. A little chill goes up your back, but you are able to withstand the hideous smell. Clearly, the sludge pouring out of a massively popular bar, like the yawning portal with all those rooms, is a lot. So you make your way down, and you can see that there are. It is an 8-foot wide sewer line, 12-foot high ceilings, and in the center is where the sewage passes through, and on either side again there's a 2-foot walking path.
Okay. I am going to I'll choose as I'm looking at it, the right path. The right walking path, and I'm going to walk, scanning both left and right. I'm gonna walk forward until the first intersection or the first whatever.
Okay. And the first intersection you meet actually has a 3-way fork. Okay. And as you carry along, you notice that there are, in fact, tons and tons of just like graffiti, art, paint, all kinds of different artwork down in these in this area.
Are any of them yellow?
Predominantly
yellow.
Yes, there are. In fact, there's a yellow tag on all 3 paths. There are also other colored tags there as well.
What do the yellow tags say? Is it anything specific?
Some of them are like indecipherable. Some of them are just images. Like one of them's just an image of like a crocodile head, just painted in yellow. Give me an intelligence check.
Fuck, I have intelligence with the best of them. Not bad. 17.
17. You are able to decipher, as you're kind of looking.
I love that.
You're able to decipher that only one of the tags, right on the tail end of it, in fact, it's the crocodile tag, right on the tail end of it, that tail comes to a point that looks really quite a bit like an arrow. The other 2, you look over, they're totally rounded at the edges. There's not a whole lot of information otherwise you could garner from those 2.
Okay, I'm gonna go down the path of the crocodile tail until an intersection or another yellow sign, and if I see another yellow sign, I'm just gonna turn around and head back out.
Okay. So you make your way up. It's about another minute of travel. These sewer systems are pretty comprehensive, and they kind of go every which way, clearly like branching off and then reconvening with the different paths. And you can see that you in fact confirm your hypothesis. The next intersection, in fact, there's no graffiti in the interim between, despite all the free space. It's only at these intersections that these tags are on. And you find yet another one, this time of just a set of eyes, 2 eyes, and the brim of one of the eyes is in fact pointed into an arrow.
Okay, I'm going to make note of this, and then I'm going to turn back and head out of the sewers up into the yawning portal.
Okay. Stench of the sewer clearly clings to your clothes a little bit as you leave into the fresh air. And as you get back into the yawning portal, you see that basically everybody else is reconvening there as well, unless Fume. I think you were headed back, right?
Yeah, I was headed back. On the way, I tripped and fell, and I have like a scratch and blood coming out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just because?
Just because, yeah, I haven't. I mean, what can I say? There was a lot of people. It was crowded. I was trying to make my way back fast. I was excited with my information. Happened to trip. Got a little bit of scratch.
Okay. Okay. You know what?
A little scratchy.
Sure.
That's scratchy-watchy. What can I say?
All right. A little scratchy-watchy. Okay, fair enough. So you guys, I will say, Fume, you kind of get there first, not too long after Devalia and Dorian walk in from that door, and then from the back door, you see that Corbin enters as well. I'm going to separate all you guys.
Can I prestidigitation the stank off myself?
You may.
Nice.
Sorry. I've lost
Hold
Davalia.
up, that's
Is she just like counter
right
hopping?
there.
There she. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
She's currently wasting around
You're muted, by the way.
Me?
Davalia.
She's
Oh, no.
muted. Duvalia's muted.
You're.
Hey.
Welcome back.
What a good way to come back. So Corbin, you come back from behind the bar. All right, so I'll say that you guys kind of reconvene, and Durnan looks around at everybody and says, huh, convenient timing. Everybody's back pretty quick. Are we finding out who wins this bet?
Sure.
Yeah,
gonna-
sure.
Hand Davalia the scroll and be like, "This is our trump card. You got it. You should be the one to deliver."
Oh my god, that's so sweet. Okay, yeah, but we should start with what we got out of
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
Corbin.
Yeah, we're coming. We're
I
coming.
just wave with the crowbar in my hand at Davalia
Jeez,
and
what-
Dorian.
Where did you get that?
And as I'm saying, I'm handing it back to Durnan, and I'm looking at Davalia saying, Durnan, let me borrow it, and then I'm gonna hand it back to him.
Okay, that's
Um,
sneaky. I don't like you. I don't like you with a crowbar.
Before we start, do you guys have a band-aid by any chance? I kind of tripped. There was just so much blood gushing out of my face earlier. It's a little better right now, but
This is the most meta thing of all time.
it was a pretty bad scratch. I don't think I've ever seen so much blood just fresh warm.
From a, did you? What happened?
There was a lot of people. I was just kind of trying to get back. I was just at the information. Then I tripped and fell, and then I've never seen so much fresh blood coming out.
Your
Yeah,
team
bro.
got fucking beat
Alright.
up again
I'm gonna.
Oh, I
Okay,
see
I'm.
that.
while I was fucking muted.
Oh, you mother no!
Son of a bitch.
Bro, I knew as soon as he said it, I was like,
I didn't even clue in until.
Yeah, I was like,
No.
oh, classic fume. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, we'll deal with that later. Hey, Corbin, what did you want to say? I was trying to like end the conversation
Yeah,
quickly.
yeah, like no, yeah. What did So should we take
That's
turns
horrible.
telling Durnan you know what the fuck? Who fucking cares? What do you guys have? What did you guys figure out?
I mean, you guys want to go first? I mean, mine's probably the best, so I'll go last.
Well, it looks like you went searching in the sewers, Corbin.
As a matter of fact, I did. And
Why don't you tell us what you found?
well, listen, for the sake of everything,
Mm-hmm.
I probably win. So, Durnan, if you wouldn't mind handing everybody back their money, I know where we're headed. I've been in the sewers. I've seen the yellow signs, and fortunately, they're not incredibly discreet. And each of the yellow graffitis that I came across have arrows pointing in which direction we need to head for the next. Which, if we're following the yellow signs, it sounds like we'll run into the Zentrum eventually.
Well,
That's it.
I mean, we learned that information as well. You know, colored
Oh, you learned
arrows.
more
and
than that.
and
Yeah,
the
so did I.
graffiti.
Yeah, that's like basic information.
No, well,
There's
the thing
different
is,
arrows as well. I don't know if you knew that. There's red and blue ones as well.
Red ones.
listen, you guys are playing a strange game.
I mean,
The
I also learned the
headquarters is
name.
also-
I learned the name of the captain of the Centurion. I'm just saying. So
Yo, what the fuck?
Yeah. I feel like that's probably the best.
Yeah. Hey, what's the name? Fume.
Bob.
Bob?
Insight.
Bob?
That's a fucking
Inside
lie.
bullshit.
All right, sure, whatever if you want.
yeah, give me. Well, yeah, give me.
I mean, I'll just roll. Oh yes.
Yeah, I'll just roll.
What'd you guys roll for insight?
I believe him. It's probably Bob.
15?
Fucking rolled a 3, dude.
What'd you roll? Sorry.
15.
Dirty 20.
I
It
didn't
has
think so.
Bob. His name is Bob.
That makes sense because it's inconspicuous. That makes so much sense.
Okay, Durnan, who won? These guys found out about the red and
We're
blue
not done.
arrows.
We're
Wait.
not done.
Hold up.
Hold on.
Oh, I mean, I didn't say
Davalia?
I was done either, but what do you guys got?
Well,
Guys, there is no leads anymore. Whatever you guys bring to the table is no longer leads. I know which direct. We don't need leads. I know.
Well, I
See?
think we all know the lead. I mean, we know which way to go. I know more than that, and that's the point.
No, you don't know where to go.
What do you know, Fume?
What?
What do you know?
I literally just told you one of my information. You haven't told anything yet. It's your turn. One at a
Wait,
time. I can't give you everything.
No, we did. The headquarters is down there. Graffiti, arrows.
Yeah, okay, well, and then I followed that up with Bob, and now it's your turn. So back to you.
Back to you. Back to us.
Back to one of you.
All right, Davalia. It's time, I guess. Show
I
'em what
whip
you got.
out the what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word I'm looking
The
for.
squirrels.
Squirrels. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
The squirrels.
I like a bunch of squirrels. The squirrels, and I like very cool along the bar and be like, map the entire layout of the sewers.
I have a map as well
Damn it.
in my head.
And I'm gonna
No.
I'm gonna fucking pull out some paper and just start scribbling shit and say I also have a map.
We watched you.
Yeah,
We watched you.
I've mapped
do that.
out where we're headed. You guys have pretend stuff. This is all pretend.
I have the most updated layout of the sewer system. You're saying that's pretend? I
Okay,
went back
you
to
know
my
what?
place of work.
Listen,
Wait.
I just want my gold back because I think this
Well, then
whole,
you should have won. I'm
this
just saying.
gambling is
Well,
okay.
This is
You
all
point
up
to
to
me,
Durnan.
Durnan.
Well, I'm not even done yet. I still have more
Okay,
information.
let's let Fume finish.
Yeah, if you know, yeah, go for it.
So I also found out there's 2 officers that work for Bob, and I found out the names of them. Well, just
Uh-huh.
one of them, unfortunately. I don't know the other one. One of the officers is also named Bob, just 2 B's.
And then John.
Again, I don't know the second one. He's a little
John
more
Smith?
conspicuous.
It sounds
I
like
don't know what you're talking
Zoblob
about.
lied to you.
I didn't go to Zoblob. I don't know where you got that from. And second of all, I also found out their schedule.
You said you were going to Zoblob.
Oh, that was a lie. Well, actually, I did go to Zoblob, but I won more than Zoblob. Anyway, the point is the
What?
fact that I also found out the schedule that they operate. 6:30 p.m. until 4:30 a.m. sharp is their main schedule of operation.
Durnan, you said you were in charge of this. and
Durnan,
I trust
surely,
you.
listen, Durnan, surely whatever Fume says is not believable. And second, I have concrete.
Well, technically, you've rolled pretty badly. You believe me.
Well, I am now saying after you said Bob and Bob that I think you
No,
got
believe me on
bad
Bob.
information.
You better roll your fucking dice,
Okay,
motherfucker.
I'm gonna roll again.
No,
Look at me.
insight,
I don't believe
insight
he
doesn't mean
says.
he believes you. It
Yeah,
means he doesn't think you're lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I roll deception, right? Technically, regardless.
Well, hold on.
Because the better my deception, the more it's
Lemon's
believable.
point is correct that even if you roll, he just believes that you think that you're like, if let's say if you deception and he insights and you beat his insight, he just believes that you believe it. He doesn't necessarily have to believe that information is correct. He just has to. He
doesn't take
Like
it as
I
fact.
think
He has
that
no
you're
reason to disbelieve it either, technically.
other than
it sounding like bullshit.
Other than metagaming, I mean, technically, he has no
Well,
reason
no,
to
that's not
believe it.
metagaming. No, it's
Oh.
not metagaming. It's not metagaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay, either way, but technically, he has no reason not to believe it.
The reason I have not to believe you is because you said that one person's name was Bob and then the second person's name was Bob.
With 2 B's.
And I know that you were headed to Zoblob's shop.
Which I admitted to it, but I'm saying I want
And
more than
Zoblob
Zoblob's shop.
doesn't trust humans. I tried to tell you that.
And I already told you that he trusts money. Which, unfortunately, I have to cough up.
You paid for some bunk information, unfortunately.
Clearly, it's not very bonk. I'm just saying.
And I rolled a dirty 20
we
on
need
this
you.
insight for the next one.
Durnan.
Clearly, it's not. I mean, it clearly wasn't bonk.
Okay, quickly. We got a couple of Bobs, and we have
He's sweating over here.
blueprints. We have
I
blueprints
mean,
to
the
the
third one might be
sewers.
Bob as well.
We have blueprints to the sewers. Durnan, I come to you with cold hard evidence that I know where we're headed. There's an alligator with a tail and an arrow. There's a pair of
I mean,
eyes
I think
that
all alligators
lead
have
with
tails,
an
to be
arrow
fair.
in yellow.
Does any alligator not have a tail?
If you can point to me, either Dorian or Davalia, if you can point to me on these blueprints of the sewers where the yellow signs are, then you win. Otherwise, you just came to me with bogus papers, and I win, and everybody gets their gold back, and we go on our merry way.
Bogus. You're saying my place of work didn't provide accurate resources?
I'm sure it's
offended.
very accurate, but it's not
You
a
just
lead.
called it bogus.
It's not a lead, Devalia.
Oh, look, I just want to go kill
Wait,
Bob.
there's a check. There's a check that has to happen here. I was gonna make it earlier, but you guys are going off. Okay, so I need everybody to make a.
Frank, you know I've been rolling like shit.
It's gonna get worse. We're gonna have everybody make an insight, or sorry, one sec, a perception check. However, everyone's making it at disadvantage, except Devalia. You actually make it at advantage, given that you are all looking at the map that was made by Devalia's place of work. So everybody roll up.
Perception?
Perception.
Well, mine's
Disadvantage.
doggy. Wow, really doggy.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
disadvantage.
Natural
sucks.
1-5.
I rolled a natural one as well.
Yeah.
Wait, did I roll?
Jesus.
I got a dirty 20.
That's fucked.
Dorian, what did yours come out to?
6.
6?
Oh my god, guys.
Christ, I did not.
Mine would have been a 4, but isn't that one?
Rolled
I
a
thought one of,
1-4.
I actually thought one of you was gonna make it through this.
I thought I would.
Okay.
None of us did?
Devalia. No, you did. Devalia did. So Devalia, as you're kind of looking at this thing, so everybody else, you're kind of looking at the layout. It looks like a standard like blueprint of whatever. You guys have not really seen this stuff before. Devalia, you have information as to what blueprints typically look like. You can see the layout, and you can actually notice a couple of different, I guess, areas that almost seem like they've been inked over in a different type of ink. It's very, very subtle, but you can see that there is very clearly a whole section, a block of the sewer system off towards the western side of the city that has totally been inked over. And the more you stare at it, the more you can see how clearly the lines are, and it's all defined to the one section.
Okay. Okay. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, interesting. I'm like, you guys see that?
What?
What?
You don't know this because you don't work at the library. But over here in the western section, this one section, and I just like relay what you just told me to the group.
So it
And as
sounds
it's
like
pointed out, everybody can take notice and like get their eyes in and adjust, and they can see the difference.
Oh. I do see now, for the sake of what this could mean, I think this is good information, but for the sake of library documents being tampered and this being bogus, is this a reliable source coming from the library? Durnan, who do you think's coming to you with the best lead here? She's coming from the library, and it's been tampered with.
Well, the workers did say they don't go to certain parts of the sewers, so this might check out.
I mean, I'm still waiting for the bandage, by the way.
I'll say that it's been given to you like pretty swiftly. Like it comes.
I looked down at a massive pool of blood that kept pouring out.
Okay,
Oh my
brother.
God.
No, you don't. No, you do not. You
Start
don't
rolling
get to-
damage at this point.
Yeah, you'd be
Hume is
taking a
unconscious.
huge amount. I'll say if you tripped and fell, it's a trickle at best. At best.
I'll go to Dorian. I'll be like, Dorian, can you bandage this for me?
Yeah, bro. You want to talk metagaming? Jesus Christ. All right. So
Man.
Durnan turns to you guys all, and he, after fucking doing surgery on Fume's face, he.
Wait,
he
hold on. I
turns
just want to
to-
point out that this whole time Devalia has just been standing by the door saying all this shit. She's like, guys, look, I have the scroll.
The Sea of Thieves holding up the scroll.
Yeah.
Captain, look.
All right. So Durnan kind of turns to you guys all, and he just goes, well, he looks at Fume and he goes, names are always good. And he looks at the,
And shift schedules. Don't forget the shift schedules.
yeah, that's right. Schedules, knowing when things are happening. That's good. Very good.
Very good.
Looking at this clearly tampered with map. It's quite good as well. hands dirty and actually seeing what's out there. I am a sucker for dirty work. However, given the risk of you all being at each other's throats over a mere 6 dragons, I think the best course of action is to call this one a draw. Any pass slides you all back your gold. I think you'll operate a lot better without having a competition between yourselves. I suppose I should have saw that earlier.
Oh, you're no fun, Durnan.
Well, how's about this? You all come back in one piece, and you actually rescue that there friend of Volo's, and if gold interests you, one night of free rounds is on me.
How about a one night of free rest?
Give me a persuasion check.
Ooh.
I can't. Wait, yes, I can. I'm gonna, like, put my hand on Corbin's shoulder, and cast guidance.
Okay.
So add a d4 to that.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, baby, do I need all 4? I've been rolling like shit, man! Persuasion?
Persuasion.
An 8 total.
An
Oh my
8
god,
total?
what did you roll?
I rolled a goddamn 3 plus 2 plus 3 on the d4.
Well, his resistance is such that it meets it beats. So.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's an actual 8. And he goes, you know what, fine. I don't know why I've taken a liking to you guys, but not many groups come around looking like you folks, so be my guest, quite literally.
Well, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Durnan. Shall we rest before we head off into the sewers?
Yeah.
That's the plan, yep.
Okay, let's do it.
That
What
was fun.
Fume, what were the times you said that they worked again?
According to my sources, I think it was 6:30 on the dot until 4:30 a.m.
Until
Your
4:30 a.m.
sources.
So,
I'm dead. I
so
can't with you. I can't.
then I guess we look
I'll
to
be completely
go.
honest. That's complete bullshit. No, I mean, I'll be honest with you. That's bullshit.
Okay.
You were lying?
No, I wasn't lying. That was also bullshit.
What about
It's
Bob?
all bullshit.
What about
Wait,
Bob
I'm
and
so
Bob?
lost at this point, bro.
Look, at the end of the day, we live in a world where everything reality is what you see fit to be. You know what I'm saying? So if you believe it's true, then it's true. If it's not, then it's not. It's, I mean, it's, you know, at the end of the day, it's perception is subjective.
Reality.
I'm
Perception
just gonna
is
stare
reality.
at you. I'm just gonna stare at him and be like, I need no, not now. Not now.
That was bullshit.
Thank you.
Well, Durnan, thanks again. I'm gonna retire for the night, and we'll meet back, and we'll hit the sewers in the morning.
Durin?
Close enough.
Durnan.
What? I just called you a name of another character in another game. I'm forgetting it, but Durnan, do you have like a raw flank steak I can just like cook upstairs really quickly? That like, I'm just starving.
Can I just hand Devalia one of my rations?
No, I'm not refusing. Like, I'm just really looking for just like a nice T-bone, juicy steak right now.
Yeah, I mean, if we're not gonna cook it, just a
Yeah,
silver's fine.
Yeah,
Give me a
and
silver.
I'll pass the silver.
And he just
Um,
walks back to the kitchen and comes out just raw steak and
All right, cool. Thank
there's
you.
no cooking anything up there, so
Okay. I'm gonna. Okay, so can I go back there?
you want to cook it in
You
the
wanna use
kitchen?
the kitchen?
Can I? I mean, I just want to make this myself. Like, I want to get it over with and done. I want to pay for it, the labor. Can I just like?
You know, this is quite unusual, and if I didn't take a liking to your group in particular, I would say hell no. But
I'll even bring a friend. Dorian will come along with me. I won't burn the place down. It'll be great.
That makes it worse, but you be my guest.
Okay, come on, Dorian. Picking the steak. Let's go.
I'm
Hi, meow meow. Sorry, I got so excited.
Durnan's like, leave the cat, leave the cat. Dorian's trying to take
Oh my god,
the
your cat is huge.
yeah. He's a big boy.
Honky cats.
Okay.
And while I'm gonna bring Dorian. I'm gonna close the door. I'm just gonna like plop this like raw bloody steak and be like, for you. I'm not cooking it. It's for you.
I mean, I don't just eat raw meat.
No, but there's the blood there.
Bring it back here.
I don't know if there's enough.
But it's enough. It's me because I just feel bad. And so I ta-da, raw steak.
Would I
You mean-
know if this would even work?
Give me a con save at this disadvantage.
Oh
Mother-
no. That's me?
Yeah.
Me? Oh,
No. Dorian. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay, you are, despite this kind of being presented to you, and you kind of see a flash of like, you look down at the plate and you see that there are goblins working in the back here, by the way. I did not point that out to you, but they are there. Kind of like looking at you questioningly, but still just going about their business. And you, for a brief second, just see like the pulse of the jugular on one of the goblins, but you like snap out of it and you look down at the plate and you're like, I mean, you've had worse.
Tar.
Yeah, I should. Thank you. I'll take this to my room and
Yeah.
do this privately. Remember, you gotta be careful about, just doing this in public. Remember.
What do you mean? And I turn right and I see the goblins. I'm like, oh, shit. Yeah, sorry about that. I just felt bad, and I just want to make sure that you were like okay.
Yeah,
after.
Flume almost had me going, but
Yeah, dude. Do you think he was? You don't think he?
no.
No. No.
Hey, Flume.
Fume. Sorry,
Fume.
fume.
Moon and fume. It's so hard.
And I'll take the T-bone. And I'll stuff it in my coat.
Okay. And the goblins are just like watching you the whole time, like chopping carrots. What the fuck is going on here?
Well, thank you.
And I was like, I'll be safe. Like, all right, tartar it is, I guess. To be like,
Yeah, they just kind of like give you a thumbs up. And just keep cutting. At this, I will say as well, Durnan hands kind of goes back into this like cabinet behind him. There's all these keys on hooks. He just grabs one of them, gives it to the cat. The cat takes it in its mouth and just steadily walks down the bar and then walks back down, excuse me, behind the bar and just kind of sits there waiting for whoever to join it.
Durin is a Genshin Impact dragon.
Nice.
That's why I said Durin.
Wait, say that again. What did Durnan just do?
Grabbed the key, gave it to the cat, and the cat walked down the bar and went back into
to
this
take us to the
back room.
rooms.
Yeah.
Okay. I follow the cat.
Wait, both of us in the room? Wait, what?
It's just waiting. It waits for whoever. Okay. And if anyone joins, all right, then it takes you upstairs.
Wait, is this actually him?
Yeah.
This is
I'm
the cat.
following you.
I'm gonna trip and
This
fall again.
cat. Okay, bro. Jesus Christ. Oops.
Oops.
All right, so back here. Okay, so the cat leads you down and just instinctively is able to find the door. Drops the key in front of the door and just walks back down the stairs. It is a door amongst many, fairly tightly packed in rooms. And you guys do what you will with that.
Do we each get our own room, or are we bunking?
It's one key.
For one
I
room.
guess
Oh.
we're bunking.
Well, we have bedrolls,
I know.
right?
I can get a little clumsy at night, I'll be honest.
At night? What do you do at night?
I mean,
Sharp walls are everywhere.
Sharp walls everywhere. I also picked up these tomatoes.
The room that does the cat lead us to a room or any specific?
Yeah,
room,
it just drops the key outside of the door and
Okay.
walks back down the hallway.
Thank you. Meow.
Meow.
Meow meow.
So I want to go in the room, and then before I go to sleep, can I pull out the brass door handle that has a crystal on it?
Yes.
And
Ooh.
does it look expensive? Does it look cheap? Would I know like how like about the crystal that's on this door handle?
Sure, let's do a nature check.
Dude, you fucking know, Frank. Just give me. It's the end of the goddamn day. Okay, it's not bad. A nature check.
A nature.
17.
17. Okay. I mean, from your perspective, it looks like it's maybe a little bit gaudy, especially that it's been, colored in and all that. The crystal itself looks like it could just be something man-made, not necessarily derived from any type of major gem or anything like that. Though it is solid, but you imagine that it's probably, if it came off of an actual door in an actual house, it was probably a super gaudy looking house.
Okay. Oh, it's shit. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, then I would just like to go to bed.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything
Oh,
crazy?
it's the same. We're all sharing the same room, right?
Correct. Now the room itself is laid out very simply. There is a single person bed, though there is definitely enough floor space for everybody to get in there and have their own space, at least several feet to themselves. And there is nothing else other than a simple wooden dresser, totally empty.
Well, how are we going to determine who gets the bed? I mean,
I'm already bedroll out, sleeping on the floor.
Well, so I don't have a bedroll.
Weren't you given?
We were given bedrolls.
Yeah.
What? By who? When?
Durnan, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, see, I don't like using the bedroll, so.
Well,
Who wants
Fume,
to, does anyone else want the bed?
If nobody else has any
is it in contention?
objections.
Is it in
I'll rock
contention?
I'll rock paper scissors you for it. Hell yeah.
All right, once or best of 3?
Best of 3.
Okay.
Ready? Are you doing says or no says?
What?
Like, do you go rock paper scissors says shoot or rock paper scissors shoot?
The second one.
Okay. Rock paper scissors shoot.
Okay.
Rock paper scissors shoot.
Okay, 1-1.
Rock paper scissors shoot. No.
Fume gets
I
the
knew
bed.
it's mind games.
Dang it.
I stopped playing rock paper scissors with my wife because she always won.
Oh,
She was like,
that's so funny.
Who wants to go to the grocery store? I'll rock paper scissors you, and I'm like, I'll just freaking go.
I'll
I'm just gonna go. I don't even want to play this
You gotta
game
get
anymore.
to their head. You gotta start thinking what they're thinking. You know what I'm
Reverse
saying?
psychology it.
It's
Yeah,
hard.
exactly. She won with scissors, so I figured she would do the opposite. So I did the opposite. And then I figured she would do the thing that we didn't do yet. So I did the opposite of that. Because that was like the only thing that we haven't done yet.
What's the
I just
opposite of scissors?
Like, I mean, the thing that loses the scissors. So like, she did scissors. I did paper, I think, first. And I'm like, okay, so she won with scissors. She's gonna think I'm gonna try beating
Okay,
her scissors now. With
I need Dima IRL to give me a deception check on all of us.
Bro, I was actually thinking that. Okay, anyway, whatever.
On the fly? That's
Yeah.
crazy. I went with vibes.
Just keeping it chill.
That's how you play the game.
I'm just like,
That's why
That's
I'm
so
losing.
funny.
Demon just min-maxed Rochambeau.
All right.
Oh shit. I mean,
So,
You
it doesn't always
on
work.
the
though.
bed, everybody else on the floor. That was
Yes.
like 5 minutes to figure out who's on the fucking bed.
Yeah.
I'll sleep. I'll sleep closest to
I mean,
the door. So I can be like,
I'll say, but
aware.
like, there's, I can scooch over if someone wants to join me. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not gonna hog it. If anyone.
No.
It's
I'm
it's a
good.
small single.
It's all
like
yours.
literally-
All yours.
Hey, as long I offer it, now see, now I don't feel bad about it.
I will say I sleep by the door
Okay.
just like to listen to any like conversation that might be happening in the bar that I could catch from like Durnan or anyone else.
Yeah, it's definitely like this area is definitely tucked away, up and away from the bar area. But if there's anything in the hallway or anything like that, you could catch it.
Okay.
In a few minutes. Oh, my camera froze. I will spend a few minutes setting up my small toy soldiers again with. Oh, you guys can't hear me? Oh, hang on. It's fucked. Hang on.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. My computer did the thing, and when the thing.
No,
happened,
we heard you said you want to give us all of your gold.
You prayed to a god to
Yes.
sap all your XP and give it to everybody else.
Yeah,
Wow.
I did.
That's
Very
so
nice.
kind of you, team player.
No, I want to spend a few minutes and set up my toy soldiers again, holding their wire, and set up an alarm at the cast alarm ritually at the door.
You remind me of Caleb. Did you
Did
you watch campaign 2?
I have. I'm watching it right now.
I live with Caleb.
Yeah, so I'll set up alarm and then crash.
I will say too for Devalia, you have this book that you've clearly seen it like shrinking and growing. It's pretty obvious that that's some sort of magic that's attached to it. If you want to identify this thing, you can spend an hour prior to going to sleep in order to identify it just on your own.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. And that's just so everybody knows that's going to be the case for any magic item that you find. So try to keep that in mind. My other campaign has magic items in their group that's been there for like a month and nobody's identified it. So just try to identify stuff. It's free. It just takes an hour. So, okay. So Diwali, I'll have you identify that.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
well, I want to sit up on the bed with my feet back against the wall and pull out my notebook.
Okay.
And then jot down the day's notes.
Okay. Fair
of
enough.
everything.
Yep. Anything for you, Dorian?
Going right to bed.
Okay. Stake in your coat.
Steak in your
I forgot.
forgot.
I'll take a couple of bites out of it underneath my bedroll.
Okay.
Quietly.
Can I smell it?
I was just gonna say, give me a stealth check while you do this. And you know what? I'll give you advantage. Like this is clearly something.
I'm hiding.
I know.
I have a high passive perception, which from
Is it higher than 22? Is it higher than 22?
No.
Yeah. So, okay. So yeah, you get away with kind of like sneaking in some bites and whatever, and it's pretty good as far as you're concerned. You do extract some of the juices that kind of quells the urges for you.
I'm such a good friend. Oh my god.
Do I eat the whole thing or just a little bit of it?
You can eat however much you want, but as far as you're concerned, it's pretty satisfying.
Okay, I'll just eat half.
Okay.
I'll put that in my inventory, I guess.
This is kind of shades. This is shades of Tarkon, eh, buddy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so if there's nothing else, I'll say that you guys go to sleep. You get your long rest in. And given the time that you guys went to sleep after the inspection of the item and all that stuff, yeah, make sure you guys get your long rest. Nothing's going to interrupt you tonight. You guys are actually waking up at like 11 p.m. So you guys are super off kilter on your sleep schedule. However, 11 p.m. it is, and that's when you guys will arise. Now, we are, I think, about 3 hours deep at this point, so that's not a terrible spot to call it. You guys have a ton of information. You know, I think approximately where you're headed, and yeah, you have some bullshit information too.
We have some bullshit too.
I'm moving 3 hours. That's all we did. Holy shit. You actually think about it.
Well, Frank's campaign spent 3 sessions in the same bar.
Yeah.
It never left.
Yeah.
So, if you think about it, we did pretty good, I think.
We did so good, guys. Go
Yeah.
team.
Yeah, when I played this campaign, it took 3 sessions to just leave the bar for the first time. And then
Nice.
It was ridiculous. So,
Everybody does it differently, right?
well, to be honest with you too, when you split up, you can't avoid it. Things are going to go so much slower.
Yeah, of course.
I have to deal with one thing at a time for the same time frame, so it's
You're
definitely
welcome.
trickier. Which I mean, I don't mind. I don't
I won't
mind
do that as much.
No, it was good. I just found it funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like splitting up.
because in Horde of the Dragon Queen, we always stayed together, right? So things moved
Yeah,
pretty quick.
I like
Boom.
splitting up because it creates RP moments as well.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, you had some interesting ones today. Definitely some interesting ones.
So inspirational, right?
Actually, to be honest with you, like, if for some, like, I don't want to be like a broken record that just keeps giving inspiration for like Dvalia Dorian conversations, but that was a pretty good thing.
I already have it.
Oh yeah, you already have it.
I'll gladly
Um,
give Dorian my meat for inspiration.
Same.
You know what?
Wait,
I'm
you don't
actually.
have it?
I will say genuinely,
Me too.
all of the separate kind of things happened really well. I'm gonna give everyone inspiration at this point.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
You
Thank
don't
you,
want
though. I
Not if
respectfully
everyone
decline.
gets it. That's lame.
Yeah, I respectfully decline. Wait, Liz, have you been drinking grape Kool-Aid? You just have a big thing of grape Kool-Aid?
That was like
No,
Coke.
It's my soda stream.
Oh, wait, what is?
Oh,
It's
Wait, why
like
is it black?
It's not. It's like brown
Okay, well, why is it brown?
Cola.
because it's Diet Cola. Yeah, I have a
it's-
little thing you
it
can
like
mix it in.
makes it right.
Oh.
So you carbonate the water
Yeah.
and then you put the mixture in. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So
Okay.
it's like off-brand Coke, essentially.
Nice. Probably cheaper too.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. But yeah.
no, but genuinely, everyone gets inspiration. Like I want to hand out inspiration for the things that I want to encourage, and I think the way that you guys each had your conversation separately was like that's the type of shit I want to see. So
You.
Sweet.
Big
Alright,
milestone.
yay.
Big milestone.
No,
We
no.
literally just leveled up this fucking guy.
you just leveled up. Think about how much work a long
Dude,
rest is.
I don't get
really.
shit until level 3, man.
Nobody
I mean,
does.
most of
We
us. I
all
don't think
do,
anyone
yeah.
does.
Shit
Nobody does.
sucks.
I mean,
Actually,
all three, I get my new class, I guess, sort of.
I did tell Lemon this. This is kind of a little bit of like behind the curtain, I guess, but the module silly, I don't know how to say that, was written in a way that you're actually still not supposed to be level 2.
Really?
But I thought that was very stupid and kind of boring, so we had to crank that up.
WDM.
WDM for sure.
WD-40.
I mean, he will crank up encounters just so, you know.
yeah,
Don't
We're
think it just
ready.
yet.
yeah, we gotta roll.
We're
Yeah, we
ready.
Fucked that troll up at the beginning.
Oh, yeah. Good.
That was, that was so free. Holy shit.
No, so
Three.
basically
he,
NA.
he goes down 4 times or something.
I thought it was like 3. Okay, excuse me. It was literally 3.
Frank, didn't you say people have, like, wiped on that encounter?
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh, like
TK.
level 1, everybody TPKs. Like there's weird stories of everything. Yeah,
Could you imagine?
that would have been.
That's so funny.
It was
Okay,
looking
guys.
like it. It was looking
Yeah.
like it.
It really was.
I mean, the benefit is obviously the Sturges. Rest in peace,
Mhm.
Saf. But
Yeah. Fuck, man. Damn, I miss that character.
me too.
Whatever.
Friends, I'm gonna head out for the night. Thank you for
Bye,
the
Liz.
games. Bye
Bye,
bye.
bye.
GG, lads. I want to play Overwatch. Hell yeah.
No, it's down for maintenance. You can't.
I'm still going to play. Don't worry.
Okay, have fun. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Peace.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm staying on for another couple minutes. That's where my head's at. So I got to do a couple things.
Oh shit.
But Tanner, do you play Overwatch or no?
I played it a little bit when it released.
Like the second one?
Yeah, Overwatch 2. I played it a little bit like the first and second day. I haven't played since.
streaming, eh?
Yeah, I haven't said goodbye. We usually we bullshit for a little bit, and then I'll mute Discord and be like, "All right, fam, I appreciate you guys watching. We're gonna get out of here." But then Liz left, and then it fucked up the webcams, and then I was like, "Oh shit, I need to bandage this," and then now we're still here live to everybody.
I mean, you got an active chat. Those dudes are.
It's actually pretty lit. Yeah, we got a new follower today. From 4D&D, but they know me from Valorant. And then yeah, some returning homies like Geisha and a couple of homies coming here at the end, like Erica and Poe. So yeah, it's fortunate that well, I don't know. I guess I didn't know that people gave a shit about D&D. And some people do. They just come in and lurk.
Yeah, it's cool. He had 20 viewers or something like that at one point.
Yeah, I was thinking about writing a theme song. It's gonna be like, "It's Monday night, all ye shitters come join us. It's time to continue our night.
Sounds like you already wrote it.
It is tragic in history." And I don't remember how the Critical Role theme song goes, but it's basically the Critical Role theme song, but I said words that rhymed with what they said instead of. Yeah.
That was amazing.
All right. Peace out, stream. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Shout out the gang. Shout out Poe. Shout out Erica. Shout out Geisha. I'll see you guys tomorrow on Valoranting. Peace!